news you need to hear. Laugh and shout and sometimes sneer. Memories from all those years. Console wars and secret tips. Tips and tricks from pixel trips. News that pours from gaming sips. Critical minds and candid lips. And Generation X gaming show. Tune in where the thoughts flow. Rant and rave with words that glow. Weekly stories make them go.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another week, another episode of Generation X Gaming, the weekly podcast that goes over a few of the top stories from the past week, and we rant along the way. I'm your host, 30 and Still Gaming, and joining me each and every single week is Sgt Mclusky. What's going on, bro? You look a little different today. Yeah,
Happy Halloween, guys. Happy Halloween.
I figured I was going to talk like a pirate, but that would have hurt my voice the entire time, so I just put the eye patch on, and, you know, it is what it is. Generation X Gaming, a weekly podcast that goes over a few of the top stories of the past week, and we rant along the way. We're live 8 p.m. Eastern on Thursday nights right here on 30 NSG, episode 463. You can listen to the past broadcasts over on Spotify, Anchor.fm, Google Play, anywhere else a podcast is listened to. So if you want to watch the past broadcasts or on this channel, you can do so as well. We appreciate you very much. What was I going to say? Oh, on today's show, Sarge, we're going to be talking about Hogwarts Legacy 2 job posting. Okay. We're going to talk about journalists, or as you like to call them, urinalists. Urinalists that basically don't understand video games. And there's an article that came out.
Of course, they don't understand video games
for ARC Raiders, and I kind of want to just break down one sentence. One sentence, right? We're going to go over the numbers of ARC Raiders today as it was launch day. I'm going to talk about it a little bit when what we've been playing.
But can we go over the numbers of Outer Worlds 2 though?
What's that?
Can we go on? Can we look at the numbers for Outer Worlds 2?
Sure, we can go over the numbers of Outer Worlds 2. We're going to go over the numbers of the Battlefield 6 because Battlefield 6 Battle Royale came out, which is called Red Sec. So we're going to talk about that a little bit. We're going to talk about Microsoft a little bit. We're going to talk about Xbox's biggest competition is now TikTok, and I'll explain a little bit what that means because it's not what people are taking it for because they're very confused. And I don't know why, but the Battlefield honeymoon is over. We're going to talk about Battlefield. We're going to talk about Halo because Halo, they showed a remake in the Unreal Engine 5 for Halo Campaign Evolved. Okay, so we're going to talk about that a little bit. We're going to talk about Marvel Rivals a little bit. We're going to talk about games that have been delayed, or a whole list of games that have been delayed that were supposed to come out in 2025 but are now coming out in 2026. So we'll talk about that as well. We're going to go over a couple of lawsuits between Nintendo and Pal World, and then also Tencent and Sony. We're also going to talk about just the numbers in general for Battlefield 6, ARC Raiders. We're going to talk about New World, MMO. Is being closed down as well. So lots of stuff like that on today's show. If you guys like it, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. If you'd like to go above and beyond that, become a member as little as $5. How you been, Sarge? It's been a week. Halloween's tomorrow.
I mean, I went for the minimum viable product for my Halloween costume.
I see that.
Yeah.
Looks great. It almost looks like every other week where the internet freezes. Yeah, where the week it just freezes, and it's just you, and I can't tell if you're blinking or not. So this is nothing different.
Yeah, it's a high-res costume. You didn't know that?
Yeah, I mean, I have to admit, we always talk about minimal viable product, and both of us today, this is the minimal viable product of Halloween costumes if I've ever seen one. Right? I put a hat and an eye patch on, and you literally put a picture in front of the camera.
I mean, this is. We worked on it, right? We worked on it. That's how it is. We worked on it.
Yeah, I mean, it's out. I mean, you'll get the full thing maybe next year, maybe. So, how's it going, chat? How's it going? It's another last show of October, right? We're moving right into November. We got about 3, maybe 4 shows left. Before December for the Video Game Awards show. Just a reminder, the video game awards show that we're Jeff Keighley's video game awards show. We will be live the night it goes off. It's on Thursday nights. We're not changing our schedule. Okay. And joining us as of right now, still, the plans might change. It's going to be me. It's going to be Sarge as always. It's going to be Kingard. It's going to be the Real Fake Wizard, and it's going to be Greg Owen. So there's going to be 5 of us on the show, and we're all going to be watching the live broadcast and giving you commentary about the award show and what we, anything we want to talk about, make fun of stuff, talk about stuff. So it should be a good time. So make sure you guys come out for the live show for the video game award show. All right, Sarge. Let's get to what we've been playing. Oh, I forgot to say this, Sarge. I see you got your Captain Morgan there. So I'm gonna promote our newest mug in the store, which is you guys do what you want with your money, okay? But maybe if you save some money, you could buy a cool mug like this. No pre-order, no day one, no full price for half-ass games, right? So you can get a mug. You get a shirt, you get a sticker.
Still waiting for the shirt.
Well, I'm not shipping them myself. All right. A company makes it. Mine's supposed to come in the mail tomorrow. So next week I will be wearing
from Kerplakistan. Where the hell is this shirt coming from, man?
I think it's coming from California, if I'm not mistaken. I think Spring Tea's from California. So, but you get this nice mug. So I think it's an 11-ounce mug I picked up here.
It comes from California. I'm going to wash the shirt once, and the fucking things is just come out. It's going to come apart. The ink's going to run. I'm never going to have to wash this shirt.
I don't think so. It's actually because I didn't know the product, what it's going to be. It's actually nice what they've done. It's not like it's a nice print on the actual mug, and you guys can't see it. If I hold it up close, you can see I got my logo behind it, the 30 and Still Gaming and 30 NSG logo faintly behind the actual thing. So looks pretty good. Pick one up, helps us out on the channel. All right, Sarge, another week down. What have you been playing?
Well, I didn't have a lot of time this week at all. Been busy at work, but I've been playing. Today was my first official day of not doing pretty much anything. So I spent most of the day playing my playthrough of Baldur's Gate 3. And like other people had talked about before, like I'm still in the first area. And I'm trying to find everything.
Right.
So I'm still there wandering around, but I'm running around and I don't have the wizard with me, so it's a little hard when I get into bigger fights. But I'm not doing the dog save every time something happens, lift up. You know what I mean? I'm not doing it every 3 seconds.
Right.
I'm just kind of going with it. Whatever happens.
So that's it. So you're just doing a solo run now, right? Because you're playing with Travis on Sundays.
Yep, playing with Travis on Sundays. So during the week when I have a little bit of time, I've been playing the playthrough for Baldur's Gate 1. I've been playing that on the console, and then Minecraft for the palate cleanser, and then when I can squeeze it in, the Baldur's Gate 3.
Well, let's talk about yesterday. Because of Halloween, we played the 2008 Left 4 Dead.
Oh, well, I don't count that. You said what I've been playing. We played that.
Well, yeah, whatever. We played it, right? So game,
I thought it was great. It's first of all, it still holds up, which I think is amazing.
Holds up exactly as is. I love the simplicity of it.
I still have that the feeling of dread running around, like the little nausea feeling. I still have it.
Now we only played on normal, so to get familiar with it again, but it was still pretty hectic when the not the boss, but the elite characters come in and get you and whatnot. And what I was amazed by, Sarge, is that we were match made with people every single match that we played.
Well, we left it open, so people actually were joining us, which I thought was hilarious.
Yeah, because the game is 17 years old.
Yeah, but people have the same idea. We played it for Halloween, and I can guarantee you people are sitting at home, and it's Halloween, and they want to play something Halloweenish, right? And so that's one of the games. I'm sure all the zombie games, I'm sure Friday the 13th game, anything that has to do with Halloween stuff, people would start playing. It's just how it goes.
Alexander Smith's asked, was Back for Blood any good? It was good, but it wasn't great. So if you know, I don't know if you know much about it, Alexander. The people that made Left 4 Dead made Back 4 Blood, but they couldn't make the third Left 4 Dead because Valve owns it, right? So the people that made Left 4 Dead 1 and 2, they left the company. They started Back 4 Blood, and Back 4 Blood was good, but the reason it wasn't good is because they made everything so complicated for complicated sake. Okay, so for instance, in Left 4 Dead 1 and 2, everything's simplistic, right? There's a pistol, there's an Uzi, there's a shotgun, there's an auto shotgun, there's a sniper rifle. It's very simplistic, right? There's no attachments, there's nothing else on it. That's what it is, right? The med packs, the grenades, it's just simplistic. You move fast, there's no slower or not. It is the speed, okay? You get injured, you limp a little bit. In Back 4 Blood, what they did was they lowered, let's say, from Left 4 Dead, it was like 100% of your speed, okay? Whatever that was. Let's say it was at 80 points, okay? In Back 4 Blood, they made you go 50 speed, and then you had to get a card to get 10% extra speed, or you had to get 10% to shoot more accurate or whatever or whatnot. And it just was, it took the fun.
It sucks the fun completely out of the game.
Right. It sucked the fun completely out of the game because now you're going to, well, I want to do this to this, and this is the best thing. Where Left 4 Dead was, what do you want to use?
Fun.
It's just on the table. You're
Just
like,
fun.
I think I'm going to pick up the Uzi. I think I'm going to pick up the shotgun, right? And that's it. It wasn't like, you have to, well, I got an extended mag now, and I got the 4x zoom and all this other stuff. It's just like, please, just fun. That's
Right,
the difference.
It's just fun. It's just fun.
Yeah, so that was the problem with Back 4 Blood. To me, it just made everything overcomplicated, where it lost the fun. It's fun, but there's all that stuff in between, and you're just like, I just want to play the game, man. So that was the difference between Left 4 Dead 1 and 2 and Back 4 Blood. Now, Toxic Commando comes out next year, and we'll see what they do.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe, right? It was supposed to come out this year.
Maybe.
But we'll see what they do with that. Maybe that'll be better. It's a little bit more open world-esque type of stuff. And that's another thing. Left 4 Dead was very, very linear. You only had to go certain directions. It was, point A to point B, and there's breaks in between.
Evolve was a good. Listen, I thought Evolve was a good game because it was different.
Evolve was good because it was basically, one person versus 4 people or 5 people, whatever it was. Was it
1
5
versus 4? No, one
versus 4, right?
1v4.
It was cool, but they microtransaction the hell out of it.
Yeah. Yeah, well,
they nickel and dime everything from it.
That's on the top of the list. Like, we want to make a game. Okay. We want to make a game artistic. Okay. Show it to us. All right, so we want to do a mutated dinosaur type game where you get to upgrade by eating other animals, and then the other 4 people try to hunt and kill them. That sounds great. Talk to us about microtransactions.
Right. Well,
we don't want to put microtransactions in there. Well, I don't think we have the money for you. Like that's all it is. Yeah. That's all it is. I just don't think we have the money for you this year.
Yeah, it's sad because again, I think that could have been a really good game. I think it was ahead of its time, but there's not a lot of games out like that. Like right now, if you play Ghostbusters, what's it called? Spirits Unleashed or something like that. It's a 4v1 type of thing. You're the ghosts, and one person controls the ghost, like Left 4 Dead, right? Where people are the zombies and the humans, and you can play multiplayer that way. In Ghostbusters, it's one ghost versus the 4 Ghostbusters. So it's just like that type of game, like Evolve. There's other games out there too, like Dead by Daylight or Friday the 13th and all the other games, Halloween that comes out where it's like one person versus the 4 or 6, whatever it is. So there's games out there that have done it, but I don't know. I think Evolve's bad choice was
but don't
super
you think
microtransactions.
Don't you think that this year was just weak? Like there was no Halloween game drops, nothing fun to come out for Halloween. Like nothing came out, bro.
There's a lot of independent. There's a lot of independent Halloween games.
Yeah, but nothing that got people talking, like the Friday the 13th game, where streamers were playing it and it was just fun to play. Like nothing.
I think there was a few, but I don't really watch that stuff myself, so I don't want to say there wasn't. I think there was. Like Dan's Gaming, he does Halloween like all of October. He plays all horror games and all the type of stuff throughout the month. So I would have to see what he was playing this year to say if you're true or not. You know what I mean? You're right though. I didn't really see a lot of like, hey, this Halloween play this game or something like that to like promote it. I didn't see any of that.
And even though that the game is, what is it, 19 years old? Is it 19, 18 years old? The graphics still hold up. It's 2008
for Left 4 Dead. Yeah,
it's 2008. Right? It's crazy. So some of the details in the game are more detailed than some of the games made right now.
Alexander says, speaking of microtransactions, have you either of you seen the cost in Arc Raiders? Yeah, the Arc Raiders one.
By cost, he means like you're talking about the microtransactions?
The microtransactions, I would assume, yeah. The microtransactions are, I think it's like $2,200, which is $22 for like a bundle. It's like $14 for just a full skin. It's like $5 for like a hairpiece type of thing. I don't like that. I don't like that. I think the game's amazing. I think because they charge $40, they shouldn't be charging those prices for the $40. But it is what it is. The game talks about itself, like it represents itself. The game is a very good game. I don't think, unlike Marvel's Avengers, where you might like Captain America and then like Wolverine or some other costume and you might change it all the time. I don't see that happening in Arc Raiders. I don't think Arc Raiders is a thing that you're going to buy a cosmetic on Monday and then buy a different one on Tuesday because you're changing it up because you're bored of it. You know what I mean? Like you would find a cool looking one that you like, buy it and hold on to it for a couple of months or whatever. I don't know. I don't agree with the microtransaction, the price of it, but it is what it is. Welcome to 2025, right?
I mean, there's no getting away from it. The only thing that has to happen now is somebody has to be strong enough to go through the court system and follow suit what Europe's doing. Europe's trying to fight him, is trying to cut him off at the neck right now.
Right.
They're trying to get rid of microtransactions for completely. It's like you made a game, you sell a game, you didn't make a storefront to sell storefront stuff to people. Like that's the kind of angle that has to happen. But we have to see. There's too many. The problem with companies being too lucrative is that they have plenty of time to hire lawyers and lobbyists and whatnot so they can defend against people trying to get consumer protection. And the gaming industry has had plenty of time to build up their friends in the lobby community to make sure that everyone's palms are greased to have microtransactions inside video games without a problem.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's going to take something crazy. It's going to take like a bunch of people who are broke, who their kids got them broke, and they couldn't get refunds. And it has to be person after person after person. Like, hey, this guy just bought a video game and he's in Hawk. Like that's what has to happen like multiple times in order for it to get noticed. Otherwise, it's going to be like, well, it's just their fault. They shouldn't pay for it. They shouldn't have to pay for that stuff. Like you know what it is. It's manipulation on a kid level. That's what it is. And we have to hope that the Europe thing works, that they win their case, and then somebody decides to take them over here.
Real quick, Alexander Smith says, I think the only true solution is to go back in time and get rid of horse armor. That right there
Absolutely.
is a premise for a television show or movie right there.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. That's the baby Hitler moment right there.
Yeah. You go back in time and get rid of that moment.
Armor, yep.
Yes.
Oh, horse armor is the baby Hitler moment. That's what that is.
You have to go back in time and stop Bethesda from putting in the horse armor. That would actually be pretty good, like a little story of that. That'd be good.
So ridiculous.
So I played on Monday. I played with Akuta Papa. We went back to playing Lord of the Rings: Return to Moria. Okay, it's a survival game of Lord of the Rings. Absolutely loved it when we played it over a year ago. We kind of went back. To play it, and we didn't go kind of back. We went back to play it. Lots of stuff has changed from when we first came out. They've made a lot of changes to the game, quality of life, quite a life stuff for organization and whatnot. So we're going back to that game. That's a fun game. So check that out on the Monday stream over on our other channel, 30 and Still Gaming. We also played on Tuesday. I played the new Power Wash Simulator 2. Basically just spraying and talking and chatting, right? So I like games like that where, I used to play like American Truck Simulator while I'm driving. I'm just bullshitting with chat. It's a nice, relaxing game. And there's something about it. There's something about, I don't know if Sarge, you ever watch those like lawnmower videos or pressure wash videos on YouTube every once in a while?
You mean the guy that does the guy who cuts lawns for free, but then gets
Yeah.
arrested because the neighbors call the cops on
Yeah,
him?
there's a bunch of them, right? There's a bunch of people channels out there, and they all have like 2 million fucking followers or subscribers.
Imagine being a lawn service guy, but you never collect the money from anybody because your YouTube video of you mowing the lawn pays for it.
Pays for it. Yeah, exactly right. Yeah, this is what I'm trying to do as a content creator, where ad revenue and sponsorships pay for what I want to do, so the people that want to watch the show don't actually have to pay, right? You know what I'm saying? That's why our content is always free, right? That is the dream, right? If you could pressure wash your house, put it on YouTube, and someone watches it, and you get paid like 10 grand. Come on.
But all I ever see with that poor guy is somebody calls the cops on him every time. Like, I'm trying to clean up a house, and you call the cops on me. It happens every episode.
Yeah, all the time. Right. So, played Power Wash Simulator 2. There's a lot of games coming out. Oh, I know what else I tried. I tried Pacific Drive. I played that off stream. Okay, that's actually a pretty neat game, man. I played about an hour and a half of it, almost 2 hours of it. There's something about it. It's like a horror game, Sarge. Okay, you get teleported into this like realm, and there's like these people talking to you through radios, and you're trying to figure out what's going on, and you have to meal piece your car together, and you keep adding stuff to the car to make it stronger, and you put like guns and stuff on it, or like not guns, but like weapons type of stuff to fight the waves and stuff that come at you. So it's pretty interesting. It's on Game Pass. It's been out for a while, but Pacific Drive is really, really fun. Like, you have to get in and start the car and put it in gear, and you have to drive down the road, and then when you stop, you have to get out, take the keys out and stuff. Like, I know it sounds stupid, but they really captured the, I don't know, they really captured like driving and living in the world, and like scavenging stuff to build stuff to put it on the actual car and make it your own. It's really interesting. You actually might like it. I think you might actually like it.
Was it like Spy Hunter?
No, it's a first person. It's a first person game.
First person Spy Hunter?
It's a first person Spy Hunter, mixed with a little bit of horror, psychological horror more than I haven't seen anything.
Is it Mad Max scary. On mushrooms? Is that what it is?
Yeah, that you can say that. It's Mad Max on mushrooms. That's a good example. All right, so that, and then I played. We played Left 4 Dead, and then today I played. Oh, I've been playing. That's another one. Sorry, I forgot. Marvel Rivals. We've been playing the PvE Marvel Rivals, and last week.
What a surprise! Some PvE content came out for Rivals. Who would have thunk that?
Yeah, so last week I talked about it on the show a little bit. We played it, and it didn't feel very good, but now it feels much better. Leveling up the cards and stuff like that, or leveling up your character and just slaughtering. Nightmare, last week we didn't get to Nightmare level. We got to Nightmare level 4. We didn't beat Nightmare level 4, but it's fun, but Nightmare level 4 gets really hectic. Like, they're doing massive amount of damage to you, and they put like these parameters where every 5 levels, like in between the first 5 levels, you get 10 seconds to put a new card or buy as many cards as you can. But then at the end of 5 levels, you get a whole bunch of points, and then you can meal piece it together. So there's a little difference there, but it's good. It's good. We'll talk a little bit about Marvel Rivals after what we've been playing, and then today I played Arc Raiders with Mr. Luke. Let me tell you, man, this game, there's something special about this game. There's something special about this game. I don't want to like hype it up and say it's the greatest game ever. It's not, but it's something special what goes on in this game when you meet just regular people. And again, this is not the first game to have proximity chat where you're fighting other people, but there's something special about what happens in the game and what you're doing. So right now, I think I'm level 6 inside of Arc Raiders. Every time you go into Arc Raiders, it's a completely different experience. I did not like extractions before this, right? I played the DZ in Division. I didn't hate it, but I didn't enjoy it. It wasn't my favorite part. I like the more PvE aspect of it. This game, for some reason, has captured me as far as I don't know why it appeals to me so much as it does. I love the fact that you can go around scavenging basically everything in the game. I love the fact that you can break the things down. I love the fact that the AI is really good. Like, So today on stream, nothing really nothing really amazing happened. But I played after later in the afternoon with Mr. Luke again. He was streaming. I put a couple of clips inside of our Discord. So me and him were running to an extraction. Guys were already in the extraction, and they started closing the door. He got in. I couldn't get in. So I'm left in the game by myself now. And then I had to run across the entire map to extract. And while I was extracting or trying to extract, as I was running across, I ran to a group of 3 people. They left me alone. I ran to another group of 2 people. They left me alone. I get over to the actual extraction, and all of a sudden a Rocketeer, which is this giant drone, all of a sudden I hear this noise. I'm like, what is that? It's above me, and it comes down, and I shit you not, Sarge. It's as close as the camera is to me, to my face. I'm in a bush, okay? And this thing's at the other side of the bush. It knows I'm there, but it can't see me, so it's not shooting, right? So it's
is it broke? Is it broke?
No, it's not broke. So in the tech test that happened 2 weeks ago, they said they were overtuned where they could see you through the bushes. Since that point, they actually fixed it where you can hide in a bush and they'll scan the bush, and if they see you moving and stuff, they'll shoot into it, but they'll leave you alone if they can't see you, so you stand still in the bush and you're good. This thing is literally 3 feet from me, okay? And it's just staring at me. And the engine's like, it's like blowing into the microphone. And Luke's out of the game. He's just spectating. He's like, Jesus Christ, that's loud. I was like, what am I going to do? The escape is on the other, like behind me. But I had to look at him because I didn't know what he was doing, because every time he moved, I would have to shimmy a little bit to the other side of the tree, right? So that was one experience, and then I got out of there. Then the next match, okay, we're getting to an extraction. We get to the extraction, all of a sudden rocket goes and crashes right in front of us. We're like, what the fuck is that? All of a sudden a leaper comes out of it, okay, which is the spider walker type of thing that starts to crawl at you, okay? Yep. So I'm like, what the hell? So it didn't see me, but it saw me. So I'm behind a tree, which is about as thick as a fucking bamboo stick, okay? And as I'm behind the stick, it comes around the corner and just stops and stares. It's like, huh? Like a dog. You know, like when a dog's like, huh? It like pops its head up and stuff. You're like, oh, God.
It sounds like it's
so all of a sudden, it like looks in my direction. So I'm talking to Luke, and I'm like, I think it sees me. He goes, no, it's not staring at you. It's staring in your direction. And I'm like, no, I think it's staring at me. And it starts to crawl like, creepily towards you. And it comes right in front of me. And what's separating me is a 3-inch stick. Okay, between like a couple of them, between me and him, and it peeks its head around the corner. It's like it's starting to look at me, and I'm like, oh my God. So Luke has to throw a distraction. He throws a beacon and it hits it, and it takes it away from me. And we run in. It sees him running. It starts to run after him. We dive into the room and get out. It's such good times. Okay, and then one more story that happened. The very last stream that we had, we tried to escape from the swamplands, and some people already got there before us, and we can't get in there. So now we have to track ourselves 1,100 kilometers or whatever, meters, whatever, across the entire map to get to the last
Why do you have to
location.
go that far?
It's the last one in the map. It closes in I think it was like 4 or 5 minutes. And now we have to run over there. As we're running over there, okay, all of a sudden the music starts to starts to get like,
yeah, it's Terminator.
More immerse, right?
It's Terminator.
All of a sudden, they put this little heartbeat thing that happens on the screen, right? So you're like, what the hell is that? It makes your heart like start to like flutter, okay? Then we're starting to get attacked by little drones. I'm running towards the extraction, and all of a sudden a snitch shows up. And if a snitch sees you, obviously it says what it is. Snitches get stitches, right? So basically, it snitches on you and then calls the big boys in, and they start to rocket you and whatnot. All of a sudden, the game's coming to an end. Okay, it's like 15 seconds left. I run over, push the button. I run back to the bush. The snitch comes over there because it hears the noise of the thing. An explosion happens right next to the thing. I'm like, what the fuck's happening? It's like 5, 4, 3. Now, there's no time left. Apparently, that's the end of the match. We got an achievement. Only like, I think 4% of the people so far that have played the game have done it. Where the gate opens, and we get in there. Time's expired, so this is the last elevator to get out of the map. It was so intense. it was so good. I was like, this is amazing, right? Like little stories like this that happen are happening all the time, but it happens differently every single time. It's so good. And Z in chat goes, I've never seen someone get so excited because they extracted with a light bulb, right? Like you're just grabbing junk and you don't know what that junk is yet. But when you get back to Speranza, you got to break down stuff to upgrade your workbench, or you got to upgrade, your different materials. So it was hilarious because he was right. Like I was like, yes, we got out, and I had like a light bulb, a battery, a couple of pieces of. It's so good though. It is absolutely so good. The exploration part, it's so good. So that's Arc Raiders, and those are all the games I've been playing. So any questions, Sarge?
Yeah, why is the town?
You would love it. We're trying to get you in it.
Why is
Me and
the
Luke
town...
said you would love it. I know you're like, I don't have time. You would absolutely love Arc Raiders. We had one PvE encounter. Yeah, sorry, PvP encounter, which was the very first match we got killed. They shot us, right? They shot us. Are you still there, Sarge?
All right, can you hear me?
Sarge?
Can you hear me?
This is not going to work, Sarge. If there's only a picture of you, I can't hear you.
Can you hear me?
I can. Oh, hold on. I can hear you now. Okay.
I didn't touch anything, so I don't know what you did. I said, why is the town named after a Bolivian maid?
I don't know. I think it takes place in Italy. I think.
Like Esperanza is like a Bolivian maid. Like I don't understand what.
Doesn't it mean hope or something like that?
I don't know.
I think it means like hope or something.
We have to ask one of the more of our Latin guests in the chat that he knows what the Esperanza means.
Yeah, you get a cat bed and some seeds. Yeah, and you're super ecstatic. Yeah, the game is actually really, really, really fun, and I'm looking forward to it.
It's basically Terminator. It's basically Terminator. It's like you living in a world where the robots are out to get you, and you have to survive. That's Terminator.
Esperanza means hope. Okay.
Well,
we also what we've done, Krebsy, is that we went to console only because I've been watching a lot of PC guys, and the PC guys are thirsty, right? So we had one encounter, the very first match we got in there, we got shot at, and then they shot us, and they're like, "Don't shoot." We're like, you already shot us." It doesn't feel as bad when you get killed and stuff. It's like, I don't know, it just feels weird. And then when you go into solos, everyone's completely different in solos. Completely different in solos. Like the temperature goes down 100 degrees. When you're playing, if you're playing duos and trios, you shot on first sight. You see someone, you shoot at them, right?
Yeah, but
you play solo.
Krebsy's right though. Krebsy's right. They're going to be gank squads. That's how it's going to work.
Sure. I mean, it is what it is, right? The only thing that stops the gank squads that happen is that if you're smart enough, obviously, it all depends on your scenario that you're in. There's 5 maps. They open up based on how many missions and stuff you do. So the people that are leveling up fast and looking for certain things, they're going to be divvied up between 5 maps, right? Because as the higher levels you go into harder maps, get better gear, so on and so forth. And every little thing is like if someone's chasing me, if I went up my certain skill tree where all of a sudden, let's say I'm a better stamina wise, I can run faster, I can leap faster, right? I'm running away from people. They're coming after me. They're shooting me. All of a sudden I run towards a bunch of arc to basically help me, right? Because if I'm being attacked by humans, then I'm going to run towards the bots. Yeah, they're going to attack me, but they're also going to attack them, and I can try to use them as a distraction, right? So there's a lot of ways where people might not have enough bullets. They might not have enough med packs. They might have already gotten a bunch of fights beforehand. There's a bunch of stuff that could happen. So I don't think it's just all as easy as you're going to have a gang squad after you and they're going to ruin it for you. Because there's always people. I'm not
saying that's a gang squad. What I'm saying is when people start to level up, the gang squads are going to start forming, is what Krebs is
saying. I know, I understand that. That's what I'm saying. But there's different maps. And as people go up, as people have stuff, they don't really care about looting anymore. It happened in the tech test. Right, so Embark gave streamers like legendary gear. Okay, so they all had legendary gear, and when they all saw each other in the game, they didn't kill each other because they were like, "We're already maxed out. What do we need to attack people for?" You know what I mean? this is why the seasons are like 7-8 weeks long, because people are going to max out. I'm level 6 already. You can go up to level 75. I'm sure that Shroud right now is probably level like 20 something. Okay, so I don't think it's gonna. The way it feels so far, it doesn't feel like that's going to happen. And
well,
even
I think it's a question of speed. I'll be honest with you. I think it's a question. First of all, I like the fact that the robots are out to get you, and you have to be hiding and running the whole time. I think that's great. Right. So I think that you get in, you make a plan. We're going to go to the closest spot, get wherever we can, and get the fuck out like immediately. Like you're running, like you're not hanging around looking for shit. Like you make a plan. You go to a certain area, and you do the loot circle, and then you're out. Like that's the idea.
Right. Eclipse says this is why extraction's in a place.
I mean, because I need to understand the timing of the map. Okay, when you go into the map,
it's 30 minutes.
Is that map activated for 30 minutes? Everybody's in at the same time. It's a 30-minute map.
No,
or
so
people are piecemealing coming in.
The map
during
starts
that 30 minutes.
The map starts at 30 minutes, and there might be full squads, but then people get wiped. Right. So 30-minute map starts. People go into the match. Let's say there's 18 people in the map. Okay, people see each other, they kill each other, boom. Now there's 15 people, now there's 12 people. Well, now it's open. So now the other people can come in because there's 18 people on the server. Okay, so now the people that died early, now new people come in. So when they come in, now they might come in with 19 minutes left in the game. Okay, so now you're there for a shorter period of time. There might be things already looted that you can't get out, and each extraction point closes down after a certain period of time. Okay, so that's how that works. So this is why I really don't think the gank squad or whatever, because again, even if you're not getting anything, okay, from the places that you're looting, as long as you look in the things, you get XP. You get XP, you level up. You get leveled up, you get up a point, right? If you find stuff in the game, or you're doing a quest, or you're doing rewards, you get stuff in your materials. And if you didn't get anything, Scrappy, the chicken at Speranza, gives you materials anyway. Okay, at the end of every match. So they have a nice little thing going on. So even if you lost shit, and if you had something that was really valuable, you put it in your prison pocket type of thing, okay, you still get out with that.
It sounds like the game is basically a PvP trainer, is what it sounds like, though. The way that it's constructed, it sounds like it's a PvP trainer.
Feels good, man. Says some guy on PlayStation 5 is already level 75. Jesus Christ. Like, it's been out for 12 hours. Or 15 hours.
There's no way he's 75 in 12 hours. Come on, bro. Come on.
Krabby says, I think the Division's Dark Zone 3-4 months is a given, given Arc Raiders same time since the wipes aren't forced. Once meta is set and people are rich with nothing to lose, it's gank season.
Yeah, because you get bored. Yes.
Well, the problem is Dark Zone 3 to 4 months. Right? In Division, Dark Zone was 3-4 months in. This resets every 7 or 8 weeks, right? So that's 2 months. And then you start back over again if you reset. If you don't reset, then you have more stuff, but you probably don't have more time. So those people will catch up to you. I don't know. Obviously, I don't disagree with you. I just don't think it's going to happen because of the way they've structured the game. Like, this is not the same as Division. Division was basically very simplistic. Go in, grab the stuff, and get out. And then use that for the PvP and also for your PvE. This is the way they have it designed in the game, and have you go on quests to get the wires or a battery or whatever. It doesn't really matter if you lose all the other stuff, as long as you're getting the one thing, you're still progressing. And you can always break down.
That's why I think speed is it. Like, get in and get out. Like, if you're serious about getting your shit, you find out where the extraction points are that are less traveled, and then you just get in and get out.
So one of the things is really cool. You can keep track of all the stuff. This is not groundbreaking in any way, shape, or form, but you can keep track of all your quests. You can keep track of all the stuff that you need to make something, right? So let's say I need to upgrade my bench to level 2, or I want to make a gun. I can mark it, and it tells me what supplies I need, okay? And if you find a purple, it breaks down to blue. And blue breaks down to green. Green breaks down to common. Okay, so you can make your own weapons and stuff. So even if I don't find a weapon or I don't find a thing, I can literally grab the materials I have, put it in my pocket, And then if I die, I still get that material and I bring it back to Speranza, and then I can also put that in to make the weapon that I need to do. It is, honest to God, a very respect the player's time, no matter what you're doing, no matter what you want to do. It's respecting your time, which actually is.
And I
think
do
that's why it's attached to me.
And I'll be honest, I do like the fact that the AI is smart. I hate. It's finally good to see someone take the time and make AI enemies actually challenging and make them part of the game, as opposed to just being targets that you shoot at. It completely changes the game.
Because Krebsy, if you're leveled up to a certain thing and you have the gear, if someone kills you with a purple weapon, but you can make your weapon because you're leveled up, you can bring another purple weapon in. It's not like it's not overbearing to be like, oh my God, I don't have the gear. Like, as you're leveling up, you're still getting the pieces, so you can bring another load in. You don't have to go in with a free loadout. You can literally make another weapon at tier 3. You know what? Let's move on, because I want to talk about Arc Raiders, but I want to talk about this article, which is so stupid. It's a sentence, but we're going to talk about it. So let's get to what we've been not what we've been playing, the top stories. Okay, so are you taking away the actual thing?
Well, otherwise you're not going to see my face. How can we sell anything?
So the first story I want to talk about comes from Arc Raiders, and I think this is just silly, right? Let me find the article. I can't find it right now. Where did it go? Oh, here it is. Okay, so I think this is hilarious, Sarge. Okay, I read the first paragraph and I was like, I got to talk about this. I haven't read the rest of the article. Okay, it says, please upgrade your weapons in Arc Raiders, or it'll forever feel like you're shooting blanks, right? And you're like, okay, it's a looter shooter, basically. Like, you find the gear, you make the gear, right? So he says something right here, okay? He says, with all attraction shooters, your main goal in Arc Raiders is to find better and better equipment, which also you evaluate lose. This is just a circle in life of Topside, okay? And when that happens, you're back to basics using humble guns like a Rattler or a Kettle, and you don't hit particularly hard. But what if I told you it doesn't have to be that way, okay? For a small price, you can upgrade your guns instead of simply relying on your pure hope, luck, and also a good bit of salvaging for your higher rarity and alternatives, okay? It says, well, you can, okay? Like, he's surprised by this, and he says, only after spending hours with Arc Raiders did I figure out that you can actually upgrade every single weapon that you find or craft to a higher tier. Okay, it says, finally explaining why the guns have a Roman numeral next to the name. I was like, holy Christ.
See, here's the issue with this, right? And we don't have to even go down the rabbit hole on this one, right? If you are going to talk about gaming, you have to be a gamer first and a writer second. It can't be the other way around. You have to understand gaming in order to talk about gaming. I don't understand where they find these guys. Where do they find them?
I have a question, chat. Everyone out there. If you see a number, you didn't know that you could level up anything, right? There's a Roman numeral number next to the thing. What would you think that meant? 1 of 2, 2 of 3. Like,
if you don't have a guess, you've never played a looter. If you don't know, you've never played a looter.
Right. To me, it's just I didn't read the rest of it. Right? I just stopped there. I was like, I can't continue.
You discredited yourself in the first paragraph. What's the name? Let's put them on the list. Let me have the name.
The name is Roy Norris. Okay. Now, I think personally, think that this deserves a song.
Hang on.
Right? Like John Walker, okay? Roy Norris, I think, needs to get a song of his own now about leveling up guns in Arc Raiders. Because I was just blown away by this. Sarge means business.
Bro, I'm gonna find these names. I'm gonna just keep a list, and I'm gonna put them on a goddamn tweet.
Alexander says, breaking, the up arrow next to the thing that says level means I've leveled up. Oh my God! Like
Rory Norris.
I was just like, this can't be real. This can't be real.
Right. Not a gamer.
But to Rory Norris's
Can't play Ark.
point, you can level up your
What
guns.
point? What?
Right?
Yeah, you can level up your guns. It was said during the developer interview before the game came out.
But if it wasn't before the game came out, Sarge, it literally says in the game that you can level up your stuff.
Okay, here's the sidebar. Ready? A long time ago, when we were kids and didn't know any better, every time you went someplace with your parents, right, you would go to like a bakery or a mechanic. They'd drag you around to all the places they would go, right? They'd have conversations with the people who are doing a job, right? They're doing the job that they are employed with. This is the mechanic. This is the dentist. This guy at the eyeglass place. This is the baker, right? You talk to each other, and they know what they're doing. They talk about their actual profession, right? And it meant something. Then you went to school, and you keep hearing all these things about, well, if you want to be this, you got to take the test. If you want to be this, you got to take the test. And we were always the same way. We were like, man, why? I got to take all these tests. Why can't I just do this? I like this. Why can't I just do this? Right? The lines are drawn. The obstacles are there because they want the best person for the job to keep advancing towards the career that's supposed to support the rest of society, regardless of what it is.
Right.
Regardless of what, no matter how small you think the job is, if you're the best at that job, they want you there. For some strange reason, over the last 10 years, we are removing every obstacle to anything ever. So any moron can do any job, and nobody knows how to do their job. And then everybody goes, I don't understand what's going on. We're all walking around with our thumbs in our asses, like, how come this guy doesn't know how to cook? How come this guy doesn't know how to drive a car? How come this guy doesn't know how to fix a car? How come this doctor doesn't know anything? Like, because you took all the fucking rules. Everything, everyone's allowed to do whatever they want.
Right.
I don't understand what you're doing. What are we doing?
So Crowded, the way it works is like you can have a common weapon, and that common weapon can be gray, right? White. And it has a Roman numeral next to it. So it's 1, 2, 3, or 4 is what I've seen. And then you could have that green and also have a 1, 2, 3, 4 next to it as well. Okay. Yeah, welcome to Costco. I love you. Yeah,
No,
it's exactly right.
That's next year, Al Dente. That's how fast shit's moving. That's next fucking year.
Right. So you can have different level weapons that you find in the world or can craft. Now, the way the game works is it stops you from crafting higher end weapons, even if you have the gear, but you can't level it because you have to level up your workbench to make a level gun. Like if the guy just played the game, he would know that there's different levels to the game and you want to upgrade it. The fact that he said this out loud shows us that he's never played a game like this before.
That's correct.
And he shouldn't be writing about a game like this before by making a sentence like that.
If you don't understand, find someone who does. If you need practice, you need to go somewhere else.
Yeah.
No, just fucking no, dude. Right? Do you want somebody who just fell off the boat for surgery? Oh yeah. I just graduated school. I'm going to do open heart surgery.
I want the guy who's been doing
you
it.
Are.
Yeah,
I
want someone who's been doing it 1,000 times. Yeah. So real fast, Arc Raiders opening day. All-time peak right now is at 264,000 all-time peak, which was 4 hours ago. Right now it's 240,000 people on a Thursday.
It's a decent start.
That's a fantastic start. This is we don't know Tarkov's number because I think Tarkov is not on Steam, or is the Hunt Showdown? I forget which one it is. But one of them is not keeping track on Steam. But this is about 70 times higher than the all-time, or 10 times higher. Sorry, 10 times higher, like the max. So this is the best extraction shooter that's on Steam as of right now. Not bad for its first day. We'll see what happens. Obviously, it could dramatically drop in 3 weeks or so, like Borderlands or Battlefield or anything else like that. But for right now, for the opening day, 240,000 right now and 264, pretty good.
I still believe that they get together and they talk to each other, and they make the phone call and they say, "Hey, listen, can you think maybe you could push your game back 3 months and let us have some more traction for our game instead of you coming out before the end of the year. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
I've said it. I said it when
stuff
when
like that
Marathon
happened.
and Borderlands moved up, and Marathon was supposed to come out, and yeah.
How many games are delayed? We're like 25, 35 games,
We have
something crazy, bro.
We have a list,
Right? Well, we'll get to that. Well, what I'm saying is, I don't deny the fact that that might be an actual option, right? For a game to get better traction, instead of a new game coming out within like a month or 2 months of the actual release of something that's coming out, that they delay it. They just delay it. Just give them time. Give them time to get traction. Water.
Great.
I am not giving Bungie a fucking penny. I'm not giving them nothing. I'm not giving the benefit of the doubt. I'm giving them nothing. Right?
Know your industry.
Zero,
Come on.
That game comes out. It is what it is. I don't care. If it does well, good for them. If it doesn't do well, sayonara. I don't care.
Oh, here you go.
I'm done listening to that company.
He shows an example, right? See how this is? Like, this is a white weapon up here, and these have Roman numerals next to it. One. This is also a white weapon, but it has 3 next to it, right? This is right from the start of the game. What does he think that meant?
It's aggravating that there's no rules to get a job. Your only rule is your mentality number. Maybe if your IQ is too low, you get to put in automatically because we have to get diversified. Like, I don't understand. You want the best people in the job. That's all I keep saying over and over again. These are not the best people.
Look, it also says it right here. Look, this is the Rattler 3. But if you want the Rattler 3 to go to 4,
it shows you
need the mechanical components and simple gun parts. And it says upgrade, track resources. Like, it says it on the screen. How are you playing for hours and then go, oh yeah, I didn't know you could upgrade guns? Like, did you look?
How many gummies are you on? Right? What are you on? And what are you writing about? Do you play a game and have ChatGPT on live and just talking to your computer about what you're experiencing and have ChatGPT turn it into an article? Like, I don't understand what you're doing. I don't get it.
Altern says, I mean, if there's no tutorial, how can you know you can upgrade? It's called reading. It's called literally reading. It's as simple as this. It says it on the screen that you're looking at. Unless you're like wearing an eye patch and you're looking through a telescope and you're only seeing one letter at a time.
Nope. He loves the game so much. He's in the game the whole time. He's not looking at any menus. No menus. Zero menus.
Amazing. Yeah. Anyway,
it's Bizarro World, bro. It's Bizarro World.
I was like, when I saw that, I was like, I have to talk about just that sentence because it says so much about the video game industry, man. It says so much.
Unqualified people getting paid 6 figures, right? That's what this is. Unqualified people getting the bloat, bro. The bloat is still incredible. It's incredible. And I can only do the equation in my head so many times, and I still come up with the same answer. I know that over the last 5 years, they weren't giving out raises to developers. They weren't giving out raises. They were hiring more developers, but they were not giving out raises. So if you are over budgeted by every game, whereas before you weren't, and you were selling the same number of games, something's wrong. Somebody's collecting too much money out of the pie, or you're not paying enough money to the people in the pot, right? That's it. You can't say that from 2015 to 2020, we're doing all right. 8 million copies were good. 6 million copies were good. 10 million copies were good. And then all of a sudden, between 2020 and 2025, every year, the studio that makes a game that sells 6 million copies is destroyed. They got to go.
Right.
It's impossible. It's impossible. There's no way. You guys hired too many people. They're not doing anything, right? And once again, we'll say it again. The games that worked and came out well, Clear Obscure, Larian, when they come out and they work and they have the number and they have a good number of people,
don't talk good.
They are immediately attacked. They are immediately attacked. And I don't believe it anymore, right? As far as I'm concerned, Clear Obscure and Larian are doing the same thing they did 10 years ago, and it works. The rest of these guys, I don't know what you're doing. I don't know who forced you to hire people that don't know what they do. I don't know who forced you to hire people to do something that they have no concept of doing or unqualified. I don't know. You were trying to save money. So you hired 2 guys at $50,000 apiece instead of 1 guy at 80 who knew what the fuck he was doing.
Nate says, I mean, I'm in the server slam. It took me a second to realize you could upgrade, but not hours. I understand that, Nate, but he said the quiet part out loud. When you're a journalist, okay, as Hal said, that guy faked it until he made it, right? If you're a journalist and you write an article, you could have left the part out that it took you hours. You could have just gave it as a, hey, if you guys are playing Arc Raiders, just to give you a tip, okay, here's how you level up your guns in the game. Not, I didn't know that you could level up your guns in the game.
The way he speaks about it shows
Yes.
he doesn't understand what's going on. He doesn't know how to speak in writing. If you're a writer, you have to be able to speak in writing.
Yes.
He's speaking like some dude who just got a job and doesn't care.
How are you supposed to, as a person that's supposed to be the person talking about video games, if you know nothing about the video game, right? Like personal thing, right? If you guys like a lot of different games, right? I can't play all the games that you guys like. So
Nobody plays everything.
right. So if a game comes up that I don't know anything about, I don't pretend.
Nate plays everything.
I don't pretend to know about that game. I say I don't know that game, right? I just come out and say I don't know that game, because if I pretend to know about that game, someone that knows about that game is going to
call you out.
This guy's full of shit.
Going to call you
Right?
out immediately.
And do I make mistakes sometimes? Sure. Because do I play 1,000 hours? Like, for instance, I can't talk about Destiny in detail anymore, but I can tell you about Destiny when it was Destiny 1. And for the first 3 years of Destiny 2, it's still the same thing.
It's still the same tactics.
Right? If you're a writer talking about a video game, then you might want to write about it like you actually know what the fuck you're talking about, because you look really stupid saying, I didn't know there was upgrading in the game. Like, what? Don't write this article. Don't write this article and remove that from the article, please, because it looks dumb. Speaking of other things, let's talk about Hogwarts Legacy 2. Could be a MMORPG, according to a job listing. Okay.
Why? Why would you want to destroy the game that sold well? Why? How greedy can you be?
Yeah, to make more money. Right. Now, I said that they should do it like Destiny, where it was like a tower inside of the castle itself, right? Inside of Hogwarts, where you could play games together and stuff like that. Maybe you want to team up and go co-op mission or something like that. But I said I don't want an MMORPG. I like the way it was. I just wanted one other person to go on a mission with, and do a dungeon or whatever. So it says a new job listing for Avalanche Software may hint at Hogwarts Legacy 2 making major shift from a single-player story-driven experience to a massively multiplayer online role-playing game with a live service model. Hogwarts Legacy was a major critical commercial success, so it also should come to no surprise that the partner company Warner Brothers wants to move forward with the sequel. However, fans may be surprised to see growing evidence that Hogwarts Legacy 2 may be leaping into the world of MMORPG. A previous job listing has teased a potential Hogwarts Legacy sequel to become a live service game with career requirements like knowledge of Wizarding World overlapping with the need to experience in-games as a service operations. While there's also been no official confirmation, repeated job posts at Avalanche have mentioned a new online multiplayer RPG, including a brand new posting that was once shared similarities with the hiring description that make direct references to the Wizarding World. Okay.
Bro, why?
Well, the game had the room of I forget what the room was called, requirements or whatever it was, and it had timers on it. Remember? And when they first showed the footage years ago, we're like, timers. That sounds like a mobile game, where they have the little timer. It's like, you can't come back. They had timers, and it didn't really make sense for the single player aspect of the game. And I wonder if at one point, I talked about this 2 years ago, if at one point it was supposed to be a microtransaction live service type of game like that. That's why they had timers, and they decided to go single player. And now because it was so successful and they know Hogwarts people would love more Hogwarts, they're like, let's make it an MMO type of game.
Yes, but think about what you're saying. You're going to take a sleeper hit that did really well, okay? Because there were so many people who loved Harry Potter.
35 million copies.
And now you're going to gamble with a team that's going to make an MMO based on a game that we still don't even know if people want to be in an MMO. They just want to be in the world, but they don't want the MMO kind of, you know what I mean? Like it's a different beast. It's a different beast. So now you are willing to gamble hundreds of millions of dollars for an MMO
Yeah.
on a game that you know can sell a sequel just by doing the game again. Right? That's the level of greed that they have.
I mean, honest to God, all they have to do is just make Hogwarts Castle the tower from Destiny where multiple people can go in there and hang out and stuff. And then once you leave Hogwarts, you go out into your own instance into the world. That's it. Like, that would be the only thing I do. If they did something with Hogwarts Legacy 2, I would not go past that. Co-op mission, 1 to 2 people, that's it. Don't make it 3, 4, 6, dungeon, whatever. Hogwarts, I loved Hogwarts, right? I loved Hogwarts. I played the shit out of it when this channel first started. I thought it was a very good game, right? Of course, remember, the journalists didn't like it because of what, what's her name? What's her name? My brain just went out.
Who?
The writer of Harry Potter, J.K. Rowling,
Yes.
right? So when she said what she said, everyone was like, you got to cancel it. She had nothing to do with the game. The game stood on its own term. It made a game. They sold the game. People were freaking out about stuff inside the game. The game came out. It was fantastic. It wasn't that, what's it called? There wasn't anything in the game that, there was one bartender that was a woman that turned to a man, or a man that turned to a woman, whatever. And everyone blew it out of proportion. But the rest of the game, the story, the combat, the detail, like if you were a Harry Potter fan, like, holy Christ, I'm not even a Harry Potter fan. I was like, this game's amazing, right? Hence why it sold 35 million copies, because the Hogwarts Legacy, Harry Potter fans, or the Potterheads, are fantastic for that industry, right? For that brand. They know that. Hence why they want to make it an MMORPG, so they can get, just ring them out. Here you go. Like, let's do as many things as possible in here.
It's so disappointing to watch a good IP get destroyed. You remember the scene from Tommy Boy, right? When he's with David Spade, and he has the thing in his hand. He goes, and then I have this little sail.
Greg Owen did
And I have
video.
I have this little sail, and then I pet it, and I say, "Oh, you're so cute." And then, and then, like, you're gonna kill the sail. That's how
exactly
they're treating
right.
Hogwarts.
Yep.
That's how they're treating Hogwarts.
Well, hopefully it's not
I don't
true.
get it, man.
Hopefully it's not true. It's not an MMORPG. Hopefully it's just an RPG, like the first one.
You understand the actual development time? Think of it this way. Do you understand the development time needed to make an MMO?
Well, you
And
need,
now let's
you need like
let's
6
look
to 8 years.
Yeah, let's look at the bracket of where we are. Where's WB right now?
Well, right now they're being sold.
That's correct.
Yeah, they're being
Right?
sold.
So if you think that in the middle of them being sold, after they're going to fund this game, and they get bought out by another company, and then they go, where can we cut? Because we just bought WB. And they're going to be like, what are you making? An MMO? Oh, hell no. Rip. And then put a line right through that one. Like, I don't get it, man. I don't get it. I don't understand the willingness to piss away this much money. I mean, the tax game and the tax shelters for video game companies must be insane that these people can throw away this much money and fire all these people and everything still be on the up and up. We're all cool. We're all good. Don't worry about it.
Well, the next story I want to talk about, Sarge, is Amazon Games. Twitch hit by layoffs, game development reduced. So Amazon is laying off more than 14,000 corporate employees. Within those layoffs, Amazon Games and Twitch will be hit with some capacity. Bloomberg says, without going into specifics, that both the video games and the cloud computing area of the company will be affected. Insider Gaming has reached out to Amazon to ask for how many people will be set to let go from gaming division and also Twitch. As for publishing, the response has not been received. According to Bloomberg, Jason Schreier the cuts would largely fall in the office of Irvin in San Diego, as well as its central publishing division. The company will reduce the amount of work it does on the big budget titles, particularly surrounding massively multiplayer online games and MMOs. You know, the entire business model that Amazon was going for. They have Lost Ark. They have a Lord of the Rings. They have New World. They were working on
MMO.
they had like 4 MMOs. It says, so in the fact that that's happening there, we have New World is dead. Okay, so New World, what we played last year, and you liked it. I liked
It was
it.
fun.
Right.
It was fun. I don't have the time to play another MMO, but I thought it was fun.
I was thinking about buying it recently because they had just a brand new update come out 2 weeks ago. Okay, a new update. I was like, oh, that looks pretty good. I'll pick it up at the end of the year, right? So I'll put it on the back burner and I'll play it sometime in the beginning of next year. Well, that went out the window because update following a massive layoff says the servers will be live through 2026. So they came out and said, yeah, we're not updating New World anymore. We're giving the DLC away for free, so enjoy. And by the way, it's only going to be supported through 2026, meaning come January of 2027, it's completely closed down and everything doesn't matter anymore, right? Because now that people that were going to buy it are not going to buy it because they're like, why am I going to spend time or money putting time into this when I can go spend my time on something else that's not going to close down? And what really boggles my mind is Anthem is shutting down at the end of this year, right? Anthem came out in 2018, 2019, okay? Is a co-op game, not even an MMO game, yet they're keeping it live, and they're like, we just can't do servers anymore. You can only play solo anymore. These guys are like, yeah, no, we're just shutting down the servers. Sorry. Like, what are they doing?
Here's my question. After listening to Xbox and Microsoft talk over and over again about how the console war is over and their competition is now Amazon, Netflix, and Steam, like that kind of stuff. That's how they talk. That's the competition now. Well, if the competition is Amazon and they got rid of all their MMOs and firing up 14,000 people because they can't handle the gaming division, who is Xbox competing against? Right? They keep talking about this battle for time now. By the way, we've been talking battle for time for 5 years, right? Now, all of a sudden, everyone's jumping on the bandwagon about how we're talking about the battle for time. Well, if Amazon can't get anyone to play in Amazon's world, then who's competing, right? Who is competing? All you have to do, and I know this sounds crazy, ready for this? All you have to do is make a cool game, and people will play it, right?
I know it's hard, right?
And then they play the game until they finish it. They hand you $50, $60. They play it and they finish it, and they go, that was awesome. I'm going to go play something else. That they can't handle, right? They have to have you chained to a desk inside their game for thousands of hours, or they have to shut down the studio. Those are the two options: chained to the desk or fired. Those are the only two options we can do by selling product. That's it. It makes no sense, bro. It makes zero sense.
Real quick, Fame says, same old. Hope you can game together soon. What are you guys all playing out of? We play Helldivers, and we're playing Arc Raiders. So if you want to play those two games, I'll be playing a lot of those in the near future, Fame. Good to see you, man.
Dude, look. Okay.
Look what happened. Look what happened, right? Game was pretty consistent.
Yeah, but what happened here? What happened there?
Well, I'll tell you, right? Here you go. Pretty consistent, right?
Yeah.
Pretty consistent. You got 50,000, right? The 27, 50,000 announcement, right?
What?
Here's the announcement of the game shutting down. Everyone's like, peace out. No one's playing anymore. Nobody wants to play with me, right? It's like Toy Story. It's broke. And he just throws him into the closet of death, okay? Or the top shelf, right? No one wants to play with Woody because he's broke.
Okay, but they have 9,000 peak. The Lord of the Rings MMO's got 3,000. They're still fucking open.
Yeah, I know, but look, before the announcement, they had 35,000 consistently across the whole thing. It was consistent, right? It had a huge boost in the beginning with 913. Then it found its player base, had the update, had the little updates that they've supplied over the years, okay?
Yeah, repetitive. Right? Yeah.
There's the next update. That's where and then all of a sudden, there's the update, and then all of a sudden they announced it just right after the update, and it killed the game. Completely killed the game.
But the Lord of the Rings game, they only has 3,000 people. That game gets
I know,
forever.
Right? Look at this.
Right?
Lord of the Rings.
How does this game get to live?
3,744, and this gets to live.
How does this game get to live?
Well, the next one also is Amazon's canceling its Lord of the Ring MMO amidst the major layoff reports, right? So not only are they shutting down... No. That one's staying alive. That's not owned by them.
Right.
Yeah. So get this. Amazon was making their own Lord of the Rings MMO. Okay? 2 years ago, they decided to cancel that one. Okay? They canceled the first Lord of the Rings MMO that they were working on. Okay? Then they made a deal with Embracer to make a Lord of the Rings MMO game. So Lord of the Rings attempt number 2 MMO, and now they worked on that for 2.5 years, and now they're canceling that one as well. How Do they understand? Not only this is now yesterday when it happened with New World, okay, I said this is going to do long-term damages because no one's going to trust them for anything. It would hurt the Lord of the Rings game. And I said yesterday, before they announced it today, that it might be more layoffs for this. I said I think they're going to come out with the Lord of the Rings one because of the new show or the new movie coming out, right? I was like, oh, the new cross-promotion type of stuff, right? Nope. It looks like they're going to close that one as well. Now, Amazon was only making live service MMOs, right? Or MMOs, I should say. And now all of a sudden they're putting banking on board games and stuff for Luna. So they're moving towards that way of video games instead of these types of video games, which I thought was weird because when they announced that doing MMOs, I was like, that's a good model to have for just Amazon. They would be known for MMOs,
But
right?
they haven't finished one.
Right. They
haven't
the good one.
finished one.
They kind of tossed it away, and now they haven't finished the Lord of the Rings one. Yet this Lord of the Rings still survives 13 years into the cycle.
But explain to me how that one can live and the rest can't. Does anyone understand that an MMO takes an extreme amount of time?
A long time, yeah.
And not just for development, but people to be involved in your MMO, right? Like people were involved in WoW for a long, long time. And then the reason why WoW got less people wasn't because WoW was horrible. It was because people found other MMOs to play. There's only so many people to play these games. And if you find your base and you can play and you can keep going, but they don't want their base to be small. They have to have the Jesus number, right? If you don't get the Jesus number, then that's the problem. Well, you guys don't have enough people on the planet to have the numbers that you want to copy WoW. It doesn't work that way. It just doesn't. You don't have the time to spread across all these games. Why would you? I go over it again in my head. Why would you gamble so hard and develop so long for an MMO only not to hit the number and then dump it? And then just dump it because you didn't steal the show, because you didn't get 14 million people to stay inside your game for 10 years, you just throw it in the trash. Like, I don't understand the mentality. Do you know how many games they have destroyed, right? Just literally destroyed because it never reached their expectations.
Right.
There's a player base that loves all these games that they'll play them, but you keep destroying and cutting them off at the knees. Like we're closing down the servers. We don't want to play this. We got to do this. What is the write-off, dude? What is the write-off for all these losses? I don't get it, man. This is not sustainable at all. On any level.
I think, Krebsy says, surely they're just canceling all these MMOs so they can buy Warner Brothers Discovery. That would be even dumber if they're closing these things and they were going to buy Warner Brothers because they could just keep working with that, right?
Who's on the bench? The games that you have, if you're a company right now and you got a decent game that's out there making money, who's on the bench after that game? Who's on the bench? What's your next game coming out? Like, nobody's got anything for the next round, man. It's just now or canceled. Nothing's happening right now. All the big title guys are gone, and anybody who's working on any games has been fired. So even if you have a game that's successful right now, what do you have in development for the next one? They don't. They just don't.
Altern says, MMOs don't work nowadays because every game is a live service. Before, only MMOs were live service. Now that every game is, why spend our time in that? Well, here's the thing. I agree what you're saying, but look at Lord of the Rings. Look at DC Universe Online. Look at Star Wars The Old Republic. Okay? All these games have been out for 13 years. All three of these games are major brand IPs. Just like Lord of the Rings, New World, not a big brand. It was brand new for what it is. Okay? Lasted 4 years. The problem is MMOs could thrive, but they don't need 100 million people playing them. They just need to find the player base, and the company that uses those, okay, doesn't need to do the salute where they're like, we need to make $100 billion instead of just $100 million, right? It's because they're so greedy because they want all the money instead of DC Universe Online. There's here. I don't have it up, right? Let me.
Once again, how is that game still alive? According to the new rules of how MMOs and multiplayer games work, how is DC Online still alive?
How is this game
How is this game still alive?
13.9 years, almost 14 years out, and it still makes the money. It's because they didn't blow $900 million to make the game, right? They made the game for a certain point, made money back on that game, millions of dollars, tens of millions, hundreds of millions of dollars back. They keep making expansions for the damn thing, for story content. And look, the all-time peak, 24-hour peak is 547 people on Steam. Yet for some reason, this game...
Still lives.
Right? Look, it hasn't been popular since 2012, 2013. But for some reason, this game can survive, and all these other games. Concord lasted 12 days, okay? And this still beat it, right? Right? The concurrent player base is still being... It's mind-boggling to me that these corporations, if this doesn't show you that they're greedy to the eighth extent.
It's all the money up front or out, dude.
Right.
Or out.
If they don't make Lord of the Rings come out and it doesn't sell 100 million units, okay, they're like, it's a failure. It's like,
speaking of 100 million, still waiting. Waiting on that Battlefield number.
For Battlefield? Well, we can talk about that.
Number? What's that Battlefield number?
We can talk about Battlefield. Let me bring up Battlefield's number. Where is it? Do we have the Battlefield number?
How close are we to that 100 million, bro?
Well, here's Battlefield's...
Red sex free, bro. Where are we at for that 100 million?
Well, here you go, right? So let's go over the last, was it the month? We can't even go to the month because it hasn't even been a month yet. Okay, let's go to the max. Okay, so you can see the max. It was up at 747. Okay, went down. Kind of found its player base around the 400,000 mark, right? And then right here is Red Sec. Okay, so Red Sec is here.
That's your uptick.
This is the uptick right here.
I got it.
Okay, so there it is. Announced it. Boom. Now, this might look amazing, and they're running articles. Oh, there are 500,000 people. This is combined, by the way. This is Battlefield 6 plus Battlefield Red Sec. Okay. Well, Battlefield Red Sec, if Battlefield 6 is around 319, we'll even give them like the 400. Okay. Well, it went up to 545, which means it only got 150,000 people that went, hey, let me see what this is about, went to go play it and said, no, I'm good, right? Where's that 100 million? Where's that 100 million? They didn't even get back to their 747, okay? Where's that 100 million number? 100 million players, remember, 100 million players.
I think they mean people who tried it.
Maybe.
I think they're going to wait till next year and tell you we hit our number. 100 million people tried it. Cool. 100 million people tried it. Awesome. No worries. I'll give it to them. I'll give it to them when they say 100 million people tried it.
Well, Battlefield 6 locks the best radio station behind a $25 Pro Battle Pass paywall. So here it is.
Who judges the best radio station?
This right here makes me feel so warm and fuzzy inside, Sarge, because I called it from the beginning. I said, wait till the Battle Royale comes in, wait till the microtransactions come in, and then we'll see who is real here, what Battlefield is and what DICE is and EA. Okay.
We already know what they are. We already know.
So season 1 comes out. Okay. You got the Battle Pass, the microtransactions, the grindy was shitty, so you can get double XP and buy the tokens and stuff like that. Well, here, you have a radio station like in Grand Theft Auto, right? You get in the car, you turn the radio on, and radio station plays. Well, they have real music like Limp Bizkit and a bunch of other musicians on the radio inside the actual game. But if you want to listen to this music, you have to pay an additional $25 to listen to it. Now, obviously, Sarge, free to play, right? The Battle Royale is free to play, so that you didn't pay anything for it. But if you want to listen to the music, it is behind a paywall. It says, well, if you've been jonesing for some legendary tracks, this time has come. With the launch of Season 1, you can now find radios installed in vehicles in both core Battlefield 6. Oh, it's in Battlefield 6 as well, and Red Sec Battle Royale. So if you paid $70, $100 for your Battlefield 6, you now have to pay $25 more to get music in the radio. All right, just hold Q and to open up the command wheel and select a station at the top, and then, well, and all good. You can listen to the beats and move on with nothing quite like dodging mines and rocket barrages while peacefully jamming out. However, what I was not expecting was a paywall radio station. Those who own Battlefield Pro version of the Battle Pass, which costs $24.99, have access to exclusive radio stations creatively named Battle Pass Radio. You guessed it, The paywall station is home to one of the most iconic tracks in the bunch of them, including songs from Bob Dylan, Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, Limp Bizkit, Red Hot Chili Peppers, and Prodigy. Can you tell who they're marketing to, by the way, by just putting those bands on a radio station?
We already know. Yeah.
Funnily enough, you could listen to all of these songs on something like Spotify for free in the background. Well, chances are you probably already have a subscription to these services to make your own Battle Pass radio at home. Plus, because Battlefield Pro is on a per Battle Pass basis, you'll lose access to the exclusive station if you don't purchase the fancy version of the Battle Pass next season. Bro. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. Just
EA is like the stepbrother of fucking Gavin Newsom, bro. Like EA is like the subsidiary of Gavin Newsom. It's just Satan in disguise, bro. It's incredible. You guys just can't have a game. Just make a game. Can't. Gotta keep fucking with it.
Well, then they also have season 1. Everyone was waiting for that 4v4.
Oh, strong, bro.
Right? 4v4 match.
Strong.
Okay, so Battlefield 6 season 1 map.
2025.
Blackwell Fields in the firing line as players report being killed from as far away as enemy in the HQ spawn point.
Well, bro, to be fair, they got to get that sniper challenge done.
That's true, Sarge.
Right?
They have to get
they have to get that sniper challenge done. So if I can
have
shoot
to get it from the
my
opposite
spawn
side of the map,
to the other base, that can help out a lot for the sniper spawn.
Oh my god, dude. All right, so Battlefield 6 Season 1 is here, and the players have already turned their attention to one major issue in Blackwell Fields. The California sun-soaked up fields in EA and Battlefield Studios' first new post-launch map are home to the army of oil, pumpkin jacks, smoking hills, and orange tint in the blankets of every scrap metal and radio tower. It also happens to be what some believe, hands down, the worst map in the game, if not the worst map in Battlefield history. I mean, that's fantastic.
There's a lot of bad maps in Battlefield, though.
That's amazing. Okay. This week's Season 1's launch was meant to be the first in a long line of exciting moments for Battlefield players. Instead, it's kicked off seasonal updates and sour note as fans flock to criticize Blackwell Fields as a wasteland that suffers from the lack of cover for Infinity and vehicles alike. It says, I can't count the amount of times I was spawned on this map and instantly have direct vision of the enemy's capture point. One dissatisfied Battlefield 6 player said, quote, you get shot from every angle on this map. There's never a break. People can just spawn in and start shooting you straight away. Sounds like a fucking blast, doesn't it?
Well, the first fix is going to be we've changed the spawn locations. That'll be the first fix.
Again, Sarge, I didn't play these maps, but just watching Shroud and everybody else playing these maps, I said, these maps suck balls. I could tell by just watching someone play the game. I said, these map designs are horrible. Okay? And this just shows you yet another one. It's an open field with fucking oil rigs. There's nothing to hide behind, nothing to cover. Okay, it's absolutely. I understand why Arc Raiders. I understand why Arc Raiders developers
to make a map for the snipers, bro. You got a sniper challenge going on right now. You got to have a map for snipers.
All the DICE talent left and went to Embark to make Arc Raiders. Okay, this is what they've been doing. You could just look. I saw a room. Okay, Jack Frags was playing. He was going in through the buildings and stuff like that. The rooms inside the buildings, the actual like buildings that people live in, look like college dorm rooms. Very bland. There's like a chair, a table, no pictures, no debris, nothing. It's like
sterile. It's a
sterile.
room.
You go to Arc Raiders, you go into a room, detailed, dirt, grime, aging process, all of this stuff is in there. Sound quality, wind, rain, weather, like all of this stuff. Battlefield, it's back, baby. Back to its roots. Minimal viable product. $25 music channels, right? Like, what are we talking about? But people they're just eating it up. They want to love it because they're like, I love Battlefield. And they want Battlefield to be Battlefield. I'm sorry, Battlefield is done, is gone. I'm not saying it's dead. The name Battlefield means absolutely nothing anymore. Okay? It's Portal. Last week we talked about the Portal XP farms and stuff like that. Okay? This week we're talking about $25 channels for a radio channel, right? We're talking about undeveloped maps that came out after, that should have been in probably the game when it came out, but they kept it afterwards, right?
Is Firestorm out? Firestorm's out, right?
Firestorm's been out, yeah.
Firestorm, yeah, okay. What about the other big map they said they were supposed to come out? That's not out yet?
Merrick Valley. I think Merrick Valley is in the game. You have to ask
No,
chat.
they said there was one more big map though. They said there was one more big map. Well, what they call big, but
Yeah. Oh, then people. Oh, they listened. They showed the skins, right? The skins of the. We saw it last week on the show.
yeah, I saw the
Right?
skins. It's a paintball. It's a paintball match.
Well, now they fixed it. They're not as bad as they showed, right? Like this is just par for course. Show them out. Go. Oh no, that's not the way they look. They look much better, right? It's like when you're in a bad relationship and your friends and family are like, I don't think you should be with that person. And they're like, well, fuck yourself, right? Don't tell me how to live my life, right? And then they come back 6 months later and they're like, I should have listened to you. I should have listened to you because that person was a psycho, right? Like, that's what this feels like. Everyone's like, I love Battlefield. I love Battlefield. It's back. It's back, baby. I love you, Battlefield. And all this is bad maps, bad gunplay, right? The broke first game in the Battle Royale. No one could win. Shroud was in a match, couldn't win. It was just everyone's just sitting there. The fire wouldn't close in. It broke, right? People were crashing.
well, they had to test it.
Minimal viable product, baby.
They had to test it,
We already got your $70. We don't care. We don't care.
but they have to test it. Don't you understand the testing process? The testing process happens live after the game is released. That's when the testing process begins. That's the way it works.
Battlefield Red Sec launches with the most negative reviews on Steam. Okay. You've been keeping up with the social media on hype. You also know about the people that have been eagerly waiting for Battlefield Red Sec, Battlefield 6 Battle Royale component.
Isn't it
Okay,
called
the
Red? I thought it was called Red Suck. Isn't that called Red
Red
Suck?
Suck, yeah, with Gauntlet thrown in the good measure, expands a typical Battlefield multiplayer to deliver the biggest and most explosive Battlefield Battle Royale offering to date. We had a good and bad things to say about in Battlefield Red Sec review, but the community has many more criticisms. Of course they do. Okay.
I have a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
When you're playing Battle Royale in the squad mode, aren't you all medics so you can keep reviving each other?
You can find, what I can understand is you can find the classes inside the thing. So, like, you'll open up a chest and it might make you a medic, or it might make you a support guy, or it might make you.
Do I want to be a like if I picked a medic and I open up the chest and I get a different class, do I automatically change to that class?
I think so, right?
And I can't change back?
I don't know. Chat, anybody that's played it, no, you pick your class at the beginning. So there you go.
Yeah.
So you pick your class at the beginning.
Yeah,
Okay. So you could be, I don't know why you wouldn't.
You'd be a
everyone should just
medic.
be a medic.
You want
Yeah,
to
you
make
just be a
sure that
medic.
your squad's up all the time. You
Yeah.
want to be a medic.
You would just be a medic the entire time.
And you just avoid the tanks or find a stationary rocket platform to shoot the tanks.
Right.
Or avoid the tank and lead them to another team and just keep moving. You know what I mean?
It says here, I do not like being forced to do challenges for Battle Royale when I'm just interested in playing the base game. Please keep the Battle Royale challenges separate from the standard multiplayer if you want to have some multiplayer.
Bro, you know they have to have people in BR.
Well,
So the challenges have to be in BR.
yeah, this is a Destiny thing, right? The Destiny thing would make you go do PvP and then do PvE, right?
Well, but this is what I'm saying. You have to spread them out because you have to have people inside the game. Otherwise, it's them versus bots.
Jesse says loads out drops 30. Loads out drops. So which one is it? Do you pick or does it drop? I'm confused. Do you pick in the beginning or does it drop?
He says loadouts drop. So they drop.
Yeah, but Al Dente says you pick your class at the beginning.
Both things are true. I pick my loadout at the beginning, and then
So
a
you
kit
can-
drops. And if I want to pick it up to change, I can.
Okay, each class has different abilities and perks. Medic heals faster, but Assault uses the respawn time faster. You want one of each. Well, I think it's also dumb that it's only 4 and 2 duos and quads, right? There's no trios and there's no solos, right? But I'm sure that'll be in season 2, right? To get everyone to come back, right? So here it also says no solo queue and no disable autofill option, so you can't even play solo against duos. So I'm writing a review because I wouldn't have downloaded the game if I knew that beforehand. So hopefully it saves someone time in the edit. This is also if they change it. It says negative towards the UI. Terrible UI that mimics COD's greedy skin bundle store 1-to-1. They aren't even trying. Another one says, oh, wow, a nice big map with lots of points of interest and flanks. If only we could get something like this in the main game. right? Because the best map, and now people are complaining that the map that they designed for the battle royale is better than the map designs that they did for the regular main game.
I think somebody should. I think someone should take the maps from the original Battlefield, modernize them, and make it their own game, and call it something else. You know what I mean? Like, I have visions. I'm not sure who's played the original Battlefield 1942, but I have visions of the El Alamein map, where the map that has the point in the middle of the desert, where it's in between both airfields, and the battles that would take place on that little teeny house.
Yeah, and the house,
the little teeny house in the middle, right? Because everybody would send the planes there, right? And everyone would drive all the vehicles there. So if you looked at the map, it looked like this. It just looked like everything coming for this one little point, right? And I'm just thinking, if you gave me a modern version of that, right, where everyone's just got every vehicle possible, right? Just everyone going after that's the kind of game that it was just fun, bro. It was just fun. I don't get how they don't see it. Their quest to try to milk the money out of people, and they don't have a quality game. Yes, it looks pretty. Yes, you made debris fall from a building. Congratulations. It doesn't mean that it's the best.
That's another thing. The destruction in the regular battle royale is better than the destruction inside the main game.
Well, it has to be, because you have to have key moments.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that the key moments inside the battle royale though is like taking down the Capitol Records building or blowing up the Santa Monica Pier. Like they should have things that go on that make it worthwhile.
That'd be acts of terrorism, Sarge.
If you showed me like the Hollywood Bowl explode, or the Capitol Records building keeling over,
I mean, I would buy the game.
Santa Monica Pier falling over, like that would be like the stuff I want to see. Like, show me that, right? The Hollywood sign collapsing, like that'd be good.
Here you go. Eclipse says, yeah, you pick your class, but there's also a thing that drops in the middle of the match, and it has weapons in it. And then El Dente says, yeah, you pick your class at the beginning. There's a custom loadout that when you hit, it lets you pick up one of your favorite weapons. Maybe that's what I saw. Because when I was watching people play, I was like, oh, they're picking their class in the middle. I thought you could change. So that's why I said I think you pick it up throughout the match. You could change it.
Let's hope
but
so.
I stand corrected.
Let's hope so. I mean, we knew what it was going to be. Once again, I believe they hit the number. They hit their Battlefield number. Their Battlefield number is something like 6.5 to 8 million. They hit their number. So congratulations, you hit your number. And now we're going to see how well the Battle Royale does. I'm sure they're going to do something spicy before Christmas to get people to come in and play, but we'll see.
We have one more Battlefield story here, and it just says this. It says the Battlefield 6 honeymoon is over.
and what the divorce case is coming, or
it says it says the reaction to the online shooter first season has been from a universal positive marketing vibe shift from before the update. It says Battlefield 6 launched on October 10th, a huge player number of Steam, and a lot of momentum from the super successful, well-received open beta. It seemed like most people were excited for the game and the future, but now, just a little over 2 weeks later, the game first season and the Battle Royale mode have launched, and many online honeymoon is over. So I think what they're talking about is, do I still have it open? I know I closed it down. It's under a 60, like it's like a 63% on Steam right now. It says, so there's no one single issue or change to blame for the angry fans and negative Steam reviews. Instead, it's a mix of problems. Some fans are disappointed that the colorful new skins in the Battle Pass, claiming and ruining the game's launch vibes. Others are mad that the latest map added to Battlefield 6, Blackwell Fields, is yet again a fairly small map. A new mode also added to the season, which is also tiny too. Also, Battlefield 6 players who hate the game's new Battle Royale mode, which features a big old map, and fear that it also might pull resources from the main game and its classic modes.
But it doesn't matter because they're bots. It doesn't matter if you.
But I have a question. Did the people just realize this was going to happen? Because I've been talking about this since last year when they again, just a guy in his bedroom that just has a podcast that talks about stuff that I figures this out, but nobody else sees this stuff. I don't understand.
Yeah, but they have bots. It's fine. You're not missing people. There's gonna be people to shoot at. Here's the better version. If you were to put bots in Battlefield that are as smart as the Ark and the Ark Raiders, it'd be a good game.
You wouldn't be able to tell.
No, but what I'm saying is you can.
What I'm saying, it would be a good game because you wouldn't be able to tell. Well, yeah, because we like playing Star Wars Battlefront co-op, and that's against the NPCs, and the NPCs are hard.
Well, they zerg more than anything else, but it's still fun. It still makes it fun. But like, wouldn't it be more impressive? Think of it this way: wouldn't it be more impressive that you're at a point, you and your buddy and your squad are at a point, you're taking it over, and you're like, "We got this one. We're gonna just wait," and all of a sudden, 2 light vehicles with machine guns and 2 tanks roll up on you, and they just start going to town, right? And then you get slaughtered, and one of your guys lives, and then realizes that none of them are players. Like you just got owned by a team of AI guys. Like at least if you're gonna divide the population base, at least make the AI players better.
Right.
You know what I mean? Don't make them just run in a circle, fire at you a couple times, and then like jump behind a box that doesn't cover them, and then you can shoot them.
Well, we talked about this last week or 2 weeks ago about the AI in Arc Raiders. Like the actual NPCs are using AI to learn. So the walker that they have went through 64,000 things of training before it started to learn and adapt. So like when someone attacks it, it knows where to dodge and how to do stuff, and it changes. And you could see
Creepy when it jumps at you.
it's not even like when you're fighting the robot. It's like everyone fighting the robot. So if let's say we're in 2 separate games, you start shooting at an Arc Raider and you're at the Arc and you're dodging it and going into cover, right? You can see them adapting on the fly. So I was playing a game earlier, and all of a sudden you see the Arc. It's shooting me from outside the building, but then it drops in front of the door and kind of like scans in there and sees what you're doing, right? Then it flies up, right? And then it comes around the other side of the door, and it comes into the door, and it creeps into the door, right? So look at you. It's like learning.
I like that kind of stuff.
Yeah. No, that's what I'm saying.
I like that kind of challenge. I like to see the AI do stuff like that.
And then it calls a friend, and then the friend comes over, and then there's 2 of them, and they're surrounding you and doing stuff. It's very interesting the way it works.
It's very.
If the AI was all like that, then it would be much better gaming, I think. So
very intuitive. It's very intuitive.
Yeah, so the devs are using AI to make better NPCs instead of using AI to replace their jobs. Exactly, Altern. Exactly. Right? They're using AI as a tool, not as a replacement.
I mean, most games that we've played in the past, we wish that we didn't have target dummies to shoot at. Like I think that the AI that was done in Halo was done pretty well. Like fighting the guys in Halo, they weren't that stupid. Like the grunts were.
It was good for the time.
Yeah, but for the time, the grunts
were
were kind of stupid because they would get scared and run around. That's part of the lore of what kind of race they are, right? You scare them, they call you a demon, right? So they get scared of the demons trying to kill them, so they run away. Like that's part of the lore of the game. But like the other guys, they go behind cover, they have a shield. The hunters hunt you. Guys coming around from the side,
they flank you. Yeah.
Right. So in Halo, that's one of the major things that made the game fun is the AI was challenging, and they just didn't stand there and get shot. And then after all these games that we kept playing over and over again, we noticed that the guys would just stand there, right? So now we're back full circle, and now you have a team of guys that decided to make AI challenging, and it's refreshing because it makes it more credible that the world you're in. Because if the guys were just standing around, like it looked like a cool robot, but would just stand there and let you shoot it, you'd be bored shitless.
Right.
You'd be bored shitless in a week.
Well, speaking of Halo, Sarge, former Halo dev criticizes lame remake changes. So they remade Halo. Okay, it's called Campaign Evolved or Evolved Campaign Evolved. And it's coming out for PlayStation 5. So now people on PlayStation get to.
But I heard it wasn't co-op.
Well, yeah, it was one. It's made on Unreal Engine. Okay,
Right.
2, there's starters all over the place. Okay, 3, it's just the campaign. There's no multiplayer. There is co-op. There's 4-player co-op in the actual game. There's no multiplayer.
Oh, so you could play the campaign with 4 people, but there's no red versus blue?
There's no multiplayer. Yeah, there's no multiplayer. Yeah, it's just the campaign.
What?
So what they're doing with the new stuff is they put a sprint in the game, so you can sprint now in the game.
Yeah.
Okay. 2, they made the Warthog 4 seats instead of 3. It's got like a golf cart seat in the back, so the 4th person can sit in the back and shoot off the back. So you have the turret, the passenger seat, and the golf cart seat now. So you have 4 people that can go with you. 3, they have 3 pre-missions ahead of the game. So there's like a prequel 3 prequel missions before the story of Halo to add to the game as well. So here it says former Halo dev criticizes the lame remake changes. Okay. Campaign Evolve is the name for the long-awaited Combat Evolved remake. It also brings Halo PlayStation for the first time ever. However, one of the game's original developers has noticed the same discrepancies, in the game's early footage and questioned the change as they altered the game. It says, time stood still when Halo Combat Evolved remake was officially announced. Bungie originally creation was about to become celebrated once more. Okay, this time PlayStation 5 owners would also get the experience, the history to take the Halo making its blue brand debut. Not everything is thrilled with the game's first footage, though. Halo Combat Evolved remake makes key changes from the original. Alongside the remake of the announcement, we also get to witness a special 13-minute gameplay demo. It showed off the game's glorious opening minutes. The graphics look stunning, and also the Halo, but better. I don't know if it's better, but it did look better. Okay. Well, most people seem to think so. One person who's not impressed, and the former Bungie game designer Jamie Griesemer, was also now creative director at the Highwire Games and responsible for numerous roles at Bungie, including designing, developing, tuning, and scripting gameplay objects, missions, core combat principles, and the tutorial and the demo. After seeing the new gameplay, here's what he said. Okay, he said on X, "You aren't supposed to be able to take the Warthog up to steamroll the hunters. I intentionally placed rocks in the way, so you had to fight them on foot. When you can just smash the crates out of the way, it wrecks the encounters. But it's also worst part. Well, this is the guy, right? But the worst part is they put trees in the landing area. Woohoo! Jump lame. Okay. What have they done to beloved B30? Okay, so." I mean, I get what he's doing. He created the original game, and the reason back then when they made the game is obviously if you could just take how many times did I take the vehicle and get into places it wasn't supposed to be?
Yeah, but
right?
If you don't hit the hunter correctly, or if you don't use the hunter or the warthog correctly, the hunter will just nuke your warthog. It's not like it's a god mode thing to think about how to attack somebody. I want you to attack him on foot. That's what I said. Meanwhile, you give me all these toys to play with, but I'm not allowed to play with the toys the way I want to. I have to play with the toys the way you want to. It's the same MO, bro. Right?
Even when we played Infinite, I got the Warthog inside that ship in the center, and we were just blowing up the thing while we were inside the thing. Right? I put it up the elevator and got it up into the elevator. Yeah. Let me play the game. Let me do what I want.
Let me play what I want to play. That's it. It's so, oh man, it gets me angry because they want you to buy the game again.
Of course.
And then you change the fundamentals of the actual game. How can you have Halo without red versus blue? How?
They don't think that's part of it.
What do you mean it's not part of it? That's Halo. That's Halo from day one.
I understand that.
So basically what happened
You understand that. They understand that.
Yeah, but what basically happened is they go, well,
Corpro doesn't understand that.
Yeah, but the way that they did it though, they decided that they were going to make it a 4-player co-op with some changes that superseded the fact that we should put the actual red versus blue in the game.
If you're going to take the time to remake Halo, okay, 1, then make Halo 1 in the Unreal Engine. All of it.
Let the PlayStation people see how it plays.
All of it. Make Halo 1. The whole thing. Not a portion of the thing. The entire thing. Look, I personally don't like the prequel stories that they're putting in. I personally don't like the sprint that they put in the game. If you're going to remake a game, make the game. Like, just redo exactly what it was and put that out in the new pretty graphics. Okay? Don't change what the game is. Because a lot of people are like, well, the sprint didn't look that bad, right? But if I could sprint, I can just run past everybody. I don't need to kill anybody. I can just run past everybody instead of forcing people. That's what this guy was talking about. I put the rocks there for a reason, so you would have to get out and fight. You didn't just take the thing and just run them over and then just keep going. You're not fighting. You're just running over people. I totally understand what he's saying, right? If you're gonna redo this, and now it says new leak claims that Halo 2 and 3 campaign remakes are in development. So now Microsoft is like, I got it. Not only do we sell each game, but we'll cut each game in the campaign only, and we'll sell a 25-year-old version of the PlayStation now. And they're like, that sounds fantastic. No, give them the whole game. Like, make the game and then give it to them so they can experience exactly how it was. I don't like this. I don't like the way they do stuff, the business sense
They're trying,
of
they're
it.
trying to piecemeal it. They're trying
to Final
piecemeal-
Fantasy it where they're breaking it apart into 3 copies and sell it to you, right? Basically, yeah.
I don't think the PlayStation fans are going to fall for that though. I got to be honest. All right.
It's so dumb.
And by the way, I don't look at it PlayStation and Xbox people to be like separate entities. Like
No.
I'm pretty sure that somebody at this point who had PlayStation all these years
At one point played Halo. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It's not like that you're showing them this brand new wondrous game that no one's ever seen before. Like we've played Halo.
Yeah, that the stuttering going on is not going to be fixed when it comes out either, right? Altern's saying that the game stutters in campaign. Do you know how much it will stutter in PvP? You won't even know you got killed. You get killed by cheaters. It's true.
There's a lot of hitching going on.
It was a lot of hitching going on, but that's Unreal Engine. But remember, Arc Raiders is Unreal Engine as well. Now, what did Tim Sweeney said a couple weeks ago, a month ago? Tim Sweeney said it's not the Unreal Engine. It's developers not optimizing as they go. You look at Arc Raiders. Arc Raiders was supposed to be announced in 2021. They've been working on it for 4 years, 5 years, and they've been optimizing it, and you can tell it's optimized. There's no hitching. There's no nothing going on.
It does play well.
Okay. But you look at this game or any other Unreal Engine game that goes on, and there's fucking hitching going on. Why? It's because they're not optimizing the fucking software.
We don't got time for that. Ain't no one got time for that.
Gotta get it out. Gotta get it out. We gotta get it out there. We don't need to put the full game. We're just gonna put partials of the game, and then we'll sell it again for full price. Right? We don't know what the price is, but I guarantee you it's gonna be $60, $70 for PlayStation.
It's disconcerting. It really is.
So we got that. What time is it? We got about 15 minutes. All right.
We got time.
Real quick, I just want to make the announcement because we've been saying it for years, but now Microsoft actually is agreeing with us because we've actually said this multiple times. Okay. Microsoft CEO wants games to be on every platform.
No shit.
Now, we're not on the board, okay, but we've been saying that. People laughed at me when I said that it's going to be on the Nintendo and it's going to be on PlayStation. They said, no.
You know, when you say every platform, I think that means multi-plat, right?
I think it's multi-plat. I think it's also computers as well, right?
Yeah. I think when you say every platform, I think you mean multi-plat, right?
Like every platform.
Yeah, right.
Like all the platforms.
All the platforms.
Right? For some reason, they keep beating the drum of, well, their console sales are down. No shit. Because they're not selling consoles anymore. They literally stopped caring about consoles. They just want $10, $15, $20, $30 per person across the anything. You have a TV? Great. We can get $10 from you. You got a phone? Great. We can get $20 from you. Right? Doesn't matter what you're on or what you're doing or where you want to play. They are putting it towards where they want $10 from everybody. Now, I said this the other day that right now they have 35 million consoles, 38 million sales in consoles, and they have like 35 million Game Pass as well. Okay. There's only 250 to 300 million total buyers of console between Nintendo, PlayStation, and Xbox. Okay. 250 to 300 million. Okay. Xbox said, okay, we have, I'm just going to throw a number out, just random number, 20% of that industry, of the 250
of the
pie, or of 300, right? But now they're going over here. And the pie over here is 3.8 billion with the PCs and the mobile phones and the television sets and anywhere you
tablets,
can, whatever, right? 3.8 billion gamers in the world, right? So they only have, we'll give them 45 million people that they're doing over here.
Right.
Now that they're putting their games on PlayStation, they got about 150 people that could, 150 million people that could buy of the
possible.
250 or whatever, right? Yep. So now there's the 3.8 billion over here, and now they just want 20% again. They had 20% over here, but they only had 20% of 250, and over here they have 20% of 3.8 billion. Okay,
yeah, they want that,
right?
Yeah, they want that,
and they want $10 from each of those 20% of the people.
That's correct.
Which, just rough math, 20% of 3.8 billion is like 700 million a month. People playing $10 a month, right? 700 million of 3.8 billion is what they would get from every month, $10. Okay, you do the math. Okay, so they're not trying to get everybody. They don't care about everybody. They just want a percentage of a bigger piece of the pie.
Right. They want somebody who has a digital device in their possession to know that you can play games on their platform at any
Correct.
time for a measly $15 a month. Like that's
Right.
That's where the advertisement will go. Like if you are a person that has a digital device in your pocket, for just $15, you can have access to over 250 games at your fingertips at any time. That's the sale. That's what they want. It's got
Right.
nothing to do. It's got nothing to do with, well, my first party, my console, my
Right.
first party, my console.
They just want $10,
That's it.
$15.
That's it.
Right. And now with this story here, the title, Xbox biggest competition is another console, but TikTok and movies. Now, a lot of people are taking this out of context.
Okay. That's because they won't say the word. They won't say the word.
Time.
Time is the word.
Me and you have always said there's not enough time. We all have the same amount of time. Your time is the most precious thing that anyone has.
But
okay?
people look at this and they see TikTok and they go, what are you talking about? Nobody plays TikTok. All you do is watch TikTok. And now and you have to, when are we going to have the conversation? Watching TikTok means you're not playing a video game.
Right. You're not doing anything else.
That's how they look at you.
Correct.
So they go online, they get the information from the online registries of all the people who are playing stuff or watching YouTube. They get online and they go ages 18 to 25, right? They go, they're watching 60 hours of YouTube a week, right? So if they're watching 60 hours of YouTube a week,
that's
they
60
ain't
hours
playing video games.
That's right.
They're not playing video games. So they're trying to figure a way to pull those people off of watching videos to put their eyeballs on the game. This is where we are, guys.
That's correct.
I don't understand where the rest of you live. It's not about the games anymore. It's about how I get you to be in my ecosystem for X number hours of week.
Which they said time inside a game is almost a 1-to-1 ratio of them spending money about the time they're spending time in the actual
that's
game.
But they don't say it. They use the corpo lingo here. And so like normies look at this and go, we don't understand what you're talking about. TikTok's not a video game. Yeah. We know TikTok's not a video game.
There's literally content creators and journalists. I'm sorry, journalists. They're like, I don't understand. Are they changing the games to short form content? No, you moron. They're trying to compete with your time. And I said this. Look, right now, people are watching us. We're taking the 2 hours of your time, and you're watching us.
And
right in the background,
we thank you for hanging out.
In the background, you might be playing another game, listening to music, whatever. Right? You might be mowing the grass, whatever it is. Right? We all have the same amount of time. We all don't have the same amount of money, but we all have the exact same amount of time. Right? And they want to try to get as much money out of you in that time frame. So if you're awake 24 hours a day, they're like, how many dollars can we get out of their pocket?
Right.
In the amount of time that they're awake.
Do I need
right.
Do we need them for 2 hours?
Hence why
2 hours a day.
Right. Hence why when you play a game on Game Pass and it's on Game Pass and they're like, oh, we have a battle pass, we have a DLC, we have a microtransaction, we have all this stuff, because they're like, oh, well, 10 people didn't buy a microtransaction, but this one person paid $40 for microtransactions. So this person makes up for these people. And they just keep going back and forth and they just keep pulling stuff. So when companies come out, or I'm sorry, journalists come out and they say, oh, what are they going to do with video games? Are they going to make them like short formats and stuff to compete with TikTok? No, moron. No, they just want to get your time. They want you to get away from movies. Hell, if they wanted to, they would have a way to stop you from eating or going to the bathroom just so you can spend more time inside the world that they're trying to create for you.
Yeah, but if I can get you to log on to Game Pass on the shitter and buy a $2.99 microtransaction, that's a win.
Yeah.
Right? You know, right now there's a guy in the office doing a PowerPoint presentation with his math, and he goes, listen, we figured it out that if we advertise at 7:15 at night and we give them a bonus package, that after dinner we can get 5% of the population of the country to take a shit and play our game. Like there's a guy out there trying to do this. He goes, we advertise at 7:15. Average time for dinner is like between 6:30 and 7. We advertise at 7 o'clock. We do the microtransaction little mystery bag, and then as soon as they go take their dump, they're playing our game. What do you think, boss? Like that's what we're talking about.
Yep.
They're budgeting time, guys. They're not talking about what kind of game they want to make. They're talking about how I can get you inside the ecosystem.
All right, so Well, actually, we'll scroll through that a little bit later. I got two other stories that I want to talk about or glance over pretty fast. Okay, we got Nintendo's patent is relevant to the Power World, or relevant to the Power World case that is also rejected by Japanese office for lacking originality. What happens next?
Power World might win.
So
And
Japan's
if
patent.
Power World wins, then that's a precedent.
That's correct. Right? Japan's patent office rejects key Nintendo patent claim, potentially strengthening Pocket Pair's defense in Power World's dispute.
I hope it does.
Nintendo's ongoing legal campaign against Power World developer Pocket Pair has hit another roadblock. A key patent in Nintendo's Monster Capture family, one that is also sits right between the two patents, currently being asserted as Tokyo's district court, has also been rejected by Japanese Patent Office, JPO. The decision cites that the lack of incentive step pointing directly to older games such as Ark, Monster Hunter, Craftopia, Pokemon Go itself as examples of prior art. Okay. It says for Xbox players following the saga, especially fans who also jump into Power World and Xbox Game Pass, this new twist adds even more weight to Pocket Pair's defense. It reinforces the argument that Power World isn't necessarily copying Nintendo, but rather it's inspired by and builds upon decades established game mechanics. Okay, so it says the latest report for the Games Fray breaks down the significance of the patent rejection in relation to the Pocket Pair's case. If you look at the official JPO patent family chart, shows above, and you can see how it's interconnected with these filings are. So there you go. So this is good news right now for Power World, for Pocket Pair.
It's good news for a lot of companies because number one, you can't just invent a patent because you don't like the company that's trying to compete with you, like they did. Number one, and if it's found out that they can do what they want, then that sets a precedent.
Well, soon as if and when Pocket Pair wins this, watch how many games come out that copy what Pocket Pair did, and then Nintendo will be up against the ropes because then Nintendo would have to open their games up to other people now. Because if they can only get on the ecosystem of the Nintendo Switch and they lose all the other money for other people, right? Because if they can stop Pocket Pair from doing what they're doing, then Nintendo's in charge. They have a stronghold, a monopoly on that type of stuff. But if they win, then they can't stop other people from making games just like this one, which means that people that want to play Pokemon and stuff, they're going to have to start taking Pokemon and putting them on other consoles and stuff and not just on Nintendo Switch, right? So this is a huge...
Same deal with Event Horizon Zero Dawn. Same thing.
That's the next thing right here.
Same thing.
Okay. Now, I said when this came out originally, I said they can't win against this. I said because you're allowed to copy someone. It's not the exact same thing. They're not making Horizon Zero Dawn. They're making an open world survival game that looks like Horizon Zero Dawn. Okay. So here, I haven't read this article yet. It says Tencent responded to Sony's Sony Horizon clone lawsuit. Fame does not create a trademark. Okay. It says Tencent and the latest party is to respond to the Horizon clone lawsuit with Sony stating that the Fame does not create a trademark when referring to Horizon Aloy. For those who are not Horizon clone fiasco, Tencent is under fire by Sony for allegedly infringing copyrights and trademarks with their upcoming title, Lights of Morium. Okay, Sony has already called it the title blatant knockoff, and the Horizon series has also filed for an injunction. Tencent has now defended itself, arguing that the court did not have personal jurisdiction over Tencent's holdings, and Sony failed to specifically identify its trademark. Okay, it says Tencent Holding was not part of San Francisco's meeting with Sony, nor was it involved with the marketing of Light of Morium in the U.S. Spotted by Radar Games Radar, the first point of Tencent defense is very familiar, but similar to how the company had responded to the past, stating that Sony has brought the lawsuit against the wrong entities. Their points are that Sony has failed to demonstrate purposeful direction, has no Tencent Holding employees were present at the March 2024 San Francisco meeting, and no infringing acts have been intentionally planned or authorized and facilitated by Tencent Holding. Tencent Holding notes that although the company has registered the trademark of Lights of Morium, it's solely for administration purposes related to and managing the trademarks outside of China. The company states that Tencent Holding was not part of the marketing, and Sony failed to show enough evidence to suggest that Tencent Holding registered the game to generate a nationwide audience. I think it's a little cop-out by Tencent, personally, but it says a primary statement is stated that Sony might be frustrated by the fact that this is also follow proper procedures to serve the parties that are alleged are actually relevant actors. However, this is not the reason enough to allow the deficient lawsuit against defendants that are not responsible for the alleged infringing conduct. So Sony fails to I can't say that word. sufficiently identify the purpose of trademark and alleged use of Aloy character in commerce. So Tencent's next point is the defense of Horizon clone lawsuit that Sony failed to identify the particular consistent trademark. The defense adds that Sony has named its trademark as Aloy character, but has failed to explain what the trademark exactly looks like. Right? It just says that it's a redhead. So we've trademarked a redhead, right?
I mean, but let's be honest. You could just make the girl have like pink hair,
Of course.
or brown hair. You don't have to do so close that you're trying to poke the bear the whole time.
Well, Chinese companies love to do knockoffs like that, right? They love to get it as close as possible without.
Yeah,
I mean, look at World of Warcraft, and then look at what's that one that was on the mobile that was like World of Warcraft, but it was I forget what it was called, but it was basically World of Warcraft ripoff. Hordes and Alliance, I think it was called, or something like that, right? It was straight up World of Warcraft ripoff for mobile phone. Chinese company. No one filed a lawsuit there.
It's a sticky situation. I'm more worried about the more concrete issues than someone trying to fight for this copyright nonsense when we know that people copy each other forever. They've been copying each other forever. It's just, you want to know why they care so much now? It's because the investment to make a game is longer, and the number you have to pay to get a game out is way higher. And so now it's worth the court defense. Whereas before it's like, well, we're just gonna make another game anyway. It's fine.
Krebsy says Tencent approached Sony twice to use the Horizon IP, showing in some sort of Tencent viewed their work at some of the copying Horizon. Though what they're saying is they didn't have any official people from Tencent show up to any of the meetings that they pitched for Horizon. That's what they're saying. That they didn't have any official representation of Tencent in that meeting. So it's some third-party person that was actually doing that, and they're denying everything, basically, is what they're saying. They don't have the proof to say that they showed up, which I think is a little,
Sus.
Yeah, it's a little sus. But I've said it in the beginning. They're allowed to make the elephants. They don't have the copyright of robot elephants
right.
and dinosaurs. Okay, there's a toy back in the 80s. I'll differentiate with you. Okay, so like they don't have the
Zoids.
copyright. The Zoids, thank you.
Zoids,
right?
yeah.
They don't have the copyright of robotic animals or T-Rexes and stuff like that. That's a thing, right? They were trying to go after them because they were using for the marketing material. And I said if they want to sue them for the marketing material, sure, they can do that 100%. Okay, but you're allowed to take robotic dinosaurs or animals and make an open world game and do whatever you want. Like, is someone else not allowed to make a side scroller that looks like Mario? What about if he's not an Italian plumber? Maybe he's a Dutch, right? He's Jewish, whatever he is, right? And you're making a side scroller that looks like Mario, but it's not Mario, right? You get that. You just couldn't use the promotional material to make it look like Mario in a different game. But you can still have a guy with a mustache running sideways,
Yeah, but you know as well as I do, it's because of how much money's involved now. That's what it is. That's what it is now.
Well, Nintendo is scared though.
Yeah, but Nintendo's had a stranglehold on all their games forever.
Yeah, because they're a first-party title.
Yeah, but they stumbled into Pokemon. Pokemon wasn't invented by Nintendo.
No, they bought it. They bought Pokemon.
Okay, let's be real here.
Right.
And the monopolizing of IPs also has to stop. You don't get to make the only football game. You don't get to make the only dinosaur robot game. Like you don't get to do these things. Other people get to make other games. That's how it should be, right? I want to see stuff get broken loose here. I want to see the European lawsuit go through about microtransactions. I want to see someone grow a pair of nuts on this side of a pond and go after the same type of thing where they go out and they tell you, listen, you call yourself a video game company. You make a video game, you sell a video game. Great. But for some reason, when we look at the numbers, you make 40 times more money on the store inside the video game than you do on the video game. So then you're not selling a video game. What you're selling is a store. And so that needs to be underneath a different, you know what I'm saying? Like there has to be somebody with balls to come out and defend this, right? Consumer protection has to swing the other way because what's going on now, dude, is manic.
So while we're discussing this, Sarge, I'm going to put the banner up for getting Q&A. And the next thing I'm going to show is every game delayed right now in 2025 that moves to 2026. Okay.
Are we playing Jeopardy music?
No, I'm not. I'm just going to scroll as we talk about how many games. Like we know that 13,000 games on Steam right now. Okay. These are all games as I continue to scroll.
That was supposed to come out this year.
that were supposed to come out in 2025.
Okay.
But they're being pushed back to 2026. Okay. So
Or
as
whenever.
or whenever past 2025.
All right, so
Okay. So I'm
Grand
just gonna
Theft
keep
Auto six,
I'm just gonna keep scrolling.
Soup Pot,
Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep
Crimson
scrolling. You're gonna
Desert.
see all of these games that go
Prince of
by.
Persia. Yeah.
Right. All these ones that they showed at award shows and Summer Game Fest and
Wolfenstein
different
2.
things that said that they were coming out soon. Okay.
Cities 2. Yeah,
That City Skylines 2 was supposed to come out last year in 2024, by the way. Okay.
broke. It was broke. Yeah.
Yep. No Rest for the Wicked.
Yep.
Prison Architect 2. Little Nightmares 3. You got Demon School.
Corpse Party 2.
You got Toxic Commando.
Memory in Orbit. Mio.
I mean, I'm not even keeping track. I'm not counting.
Stick It to the Stick Man. Skate Story. Crisis
Crisis
4. Yep. Bionic
Right.
Bang.
There's a lot of games.
Experiment. Right.
There's
Supposed-
Fable.
Fable gets the pass every year.
Fable is the Beyond Good and Evil 2 at the very moment, right? Yeah. We got Marvel 1943, Rise of Hydra.
When did we see the graphics on that one? That was like 3 years ago.
2 years ago.
About 2 years ago. Marathon, obviously. Subnautica 2, Trivia Murder Party 3, Directive 8020. Okay, Phaland, Breakers Unlock the World, Time Takers. What the hell is this? That looks terrible. We got Cinder City. We got what else we got? Neon Inferno. We got the Terminator 2D No Fate one. It's like a Contra, right? That looks like a Contra type of game.
Yep.
Nintendo would sue, right?
Oh, no,
Well, Konami. Konami would sue. Yeah. We got this actually game looks pretty interesting. I saw it. This is the way you climb is that your appendages are all separate. So it's like RB, left trigger, right trigger, RB, LB, and that's how you like move your legs and stuff like that.
So it's like Crazy Climber.
Yeah, so you're climbing, you get injured, and you have to take breaks and stuff like that. You got to secure yourself. There's no save point. Your save point's when you hook onto the mountain. So if you fall, you're there. That's your basically your save spot. Let's see what else we got. We got the Sinking City 2, and we got Mouse PI for Hire. So there you go. That's a lot of games. That's a lot of games.
That's game using the old cartoon style.
Yeah. There's another game like this as well. But this is because the Mickey Mouse IP basically ended back then, like Steamboat Willie type of thing. So they're using that type of the stuff. So that's a lot of games that are getting pushed to next year, which makes you wonder what games next year are getting pushed to the following year after that.
Yeah, it's like trying to squeeze. It's like trying to squeeze Jello through a sifter. Right? That's what it's like. Like you have the Jello and you're trying to mash it through a little sifter, and it's like it doesn't go. You got to keep mashing it every year. Whatever comes out this year, let's go.
Well, the problem is next year Grand Theft Auto comes out. If it comes out in May,
maybe
there's going to be a giant gap.
I'm October next year.
I said October. I said it's getting pushed back. Yeah.
Yeah.
I said October, November it's going to come out. I think they're going to push it back.
I don't think it's going to come out in May. I think they're going to double dip. They're going to double dip.
Come February, you'll hear that Grand Theft Auto gets pushed back to October, November.
Maybe after the first quarter.
Well, first quarter is now. The first quarter is now.
No, the first quarter of the new year, like March, sometime in March.
Okay, but their quarters are different. They don't
Fiscal
start off.
Quarter,
Fiscal
quarter. I get it. I know.
So I think in February they announce it that they're pushing it back to October, November, February, March.
So many people have their whole jobs riding on this one, dude.
Yeah, they've asked for off, and then they'll be like, can I get my time back? I'm going to ask off for October, November. That's what's going to happen.
People are requesting off for Grand Theft Auto. They just haven't done it yet because they don't have an official date yet.
Right, they need to know they have an official date. It's May 26th.
But it's not official.
But it's not official yet. Yeah.
Not official.
All right, chat. If you have a question you would like to ask, you can submit it by putting a Q in front of your question, and then we'll mark it, and then we'll go down the questions, and then we're done with the show, and then we'll see. I might stream tomorrow. I'm not sure yet, but tomorrow morning, Usually off on Fridays, but we might stream in the morning. A little bit of Arc Raiders. All right, let's see. We'll start off. We got 6 questions right now. I'm sure more will come in. It's time for Q&A. All right. First question. What's the mug you're drinking, 30? And where can I buy one? I'm so glad you asked.
Still waiting for my shirt.
Sarge is asking you for a shirt like I've made it and I'm shipping it to him, right? I have nothing to do with the shirt. You could buy the shirt, support the channel. I didn't ship it to you. I had nothing to do with it, Sarge. I'm waiting for my shirt, okay? There you go. The mug says, no pre-order, no day one, no full price for a half-assed game. Now, here on this channel, we always say, look, I don't give a shit what you do with your money. I'm just educating people to let you know that a broke buggy game comes out and you wait 6, 8, 12 months for a game. So we always say, no pre-orders, no day ones, no full price for a half-assed game. And you get this mug in the description down below. There's a store that you can go link on in the description. And you can go to Spring Tea. You can order a mug, a shirt, a sticker.
You're supposed to put the thing somewhere here?
That's for the music.
Oh, it's for the music.
That's for the music.
Okay.
So you can go down below and find that one out. Let's see here. We got a couple more questions we can add to the thing. It's always Krebsy and Altern. They're battling it out. The next one. So are we looking for 2 months of Arc Raiders only streams? Maybe. We'll get a mixture of Helldivers in there. The afternoon streams with Luke, it's probably going to be Arc Raiders. But the evening streams, it'll be a mixture of a bunch of different games. So no, you won't be getting 2 months of just Arc Raiders. Got a lot of games to play. Monday we play with Aku. We're playing some Lord of the Rings Return to Moria. Then on Tuesdays I'll probably play some random game, maybe some Game Pass game or something. I want to finish my Roadcrafter board and go on to the next board. So you got maybe Roadcraft on Tuesday nights. Wednesday nights, Sarge wants to play whatever he wants to play. Maybe we play Helldivers. Maybe we play whatever. So it's going to be a bunch of different things. I think next week we might play Left 4 Dead 2, right?
It's Halloween's over, bro.
Oh, that's next year then?
It's Halloween's over.
Nope.
Or in November. You can't be playing Halloween games in November.
You heard it here, guys. We cannot play Left 4 Dead 2.
You can't play Halloween games in November.
You can't play.
You could play a cozy game in November for like.
So we can't play State of the K2 either then.
I mean, it's the same thing. Halloween's over.
Okay. Krebsy says, what would you name the Battlefield 6 Battle Royale? Because can we all agree the Red Sect is ain't it? They couldn't even call it something like Operation Red Signal. What would I name the Battlefield 6 Battle Royale? Let's see.
Tough one.
Operation Shitstorm is, I think, what I would go with.
That's a pretty good one.
Yeah, Operation Shitstorm.
I don't got one yet. I'll probably have one by Monday. It's a tough one.
Monday?
I'll probably have one by Monday. It's hard. A good catchphrase? What am I getting
Just
paid?
The name of the
here?
thing. Operation Shitstorm. You think that's actually going to be real? Nobody's going to put that on a.
Well, I'm thinking that mine would stick.
I think you're putting way too much effort into this.
Right. That's exactly correct. I put more effort into the title of your shitty map than you do in the actual game. Yes,
true.
That is correct.
That is true. He'll get back to you on Monday.
I'll have one by then.
Next one, Altern says Battlefield 6 is charging $25 for songs. By any chance, you make songs that I can hear? What are you? Yeah, fucking. I don't promote my own stuff. Altern loves to promote. I appreciate it. You can go listen to our music that we have down below in the description. It's over there.
You don't have it.
It should be down
screen.
here. Oh, I can put it up there too. Hold on, let me.
It should be here.
Let me get that for you.
Here, right here. Should be here.
I don't know where it is. They moved it. Oh, for God's sake!
They moved it. Who's they? Is it EA, bro? Is it EA?
I found it. There you go.
EA?
There it is.
There it is.
Okay, there it is. That, and then we'll put this up there as well. There you go. And we got to remove his banner now. There you go. So there you go. Take a picture of that over there. Go to those description links down below. They're pretty good songs. I have a new song, Sarge. It's very patriotic for I'll probably play it Monday. Very patriotic.
You haven't played it for the stream yet?
I haven't played it for the stream yet. Yeah, it's very, very patriotic song. It's called 50 Stars Strong. Okay, it's actually it's a pretty good. It's a country rap song. So yeah, it's a country rap song.
It's a hybrid.
Yeah, we also have a video I put up recently about. It's called Embark the Glory. Okay, Embark to Glory. Okay, so it's a new song. It's been out for it's not officially released yet, but you can go watch the video. It's pretty hyped for Arc Raiders. I took all their trailers and put it to the song. It works pretty well, so you go check it out. And that's a way you could support the channel, just like hitting the like button down below. All right, so we get rid of all that stuff. Okay, next. What we got? We got the next one is we already got that one. Next one we got. Does Arc Raiders have a streamer problem? What is a streamer problem, and who is a streamer problem?
I don't know if it's a streamer problem. I think what it is because you have people that are solely relying on certain type of games for income, that the numbers that they carry sway what's being played or what's hot or not. That's the issue.
Yeah, but I think the people that they're saying that the streamer problems with video games is they think that developers listen to only streamers. So if Shroud or Tim the Tapman or some big streamers,
is Tim playing the Red Sec? Is he playing it?
I think he's playing Arc Raiders. I think.
I thought he was playing. I thought he wanted to BR. He wants to BR.
I mean, he did play it for the day when it came out, but I think he's playing Arc Raiders now.
Okay.
It's 2 days later. They've moved on, Sarge. It's
things happen fast in the streamer world.
That's how it works. But what I'm saying is they listen to feedback from content creators, but they also listen to feedback from anybody else on Reddit or anything else. So it's not about if a game is being swayed by a streamer. It's being swayed. So a streamer, Asmongold says this, right? If people didn't want to watch him, then they wouldn't watch him. But they watch him because that's the way they agree or want to do something. So if a streamer is saying out loud, this game is shit, this is broke, the streamer didn't break it. The streamer's just calling it out, and he just happens to have a really big following. Everybody else that's playing is also saying the exact same thing. It's crap. I'm a small streamer. I said Star Wars Outlaws was broke. The gunplay was broke. The bike was like the stealth was broke, right? They fixed it. Guess what? Because it was broke. So they didn't listen to streamers. They didn't listen to people that were the content creators. They were listening, oh shit, everyone that's playing the game is saying something's up, so they fix it. So I don't think there's a streamer problem. Do I think there's streamers that cause problems? 100%. But I think it's more of a, just like journalists that write something, everyone's like, oh, everyone's hating the thing, right? I don't think there's a streamer problem.
This is going to be the year. This is going to be the year. Put the fries in the bag. That's what it's going to be.
I mean, seems that way.
We're going to get the numbers for how many people were fired in the media departments. It's going to be a big number.
Gravity says, does Embark saying that they already working on 2 other games besides their live service games, the finals and Arc Raiders, worry you? It furthers my worry for post-launch content and longevity. They said they have 2 games in the works. I watched that I watched that video when he was on the Breaking Game Developer podcast. And when he said they have 2 things in the works, they also said he has 325 employees. And he also said during the interview that Arc Raiders doesn't cost anywhere near what Battlefield and the hundreds of millions of dollars of the other games cost. He says we're not even close. So
that's someone who knows how to budget.
So by that, I'm going to assume that it's less than 100 mil or just over 100 mil, okay, compared to 100, 250, 300, 400 mil for other games in the AAA space. So, and I would also assume he doesn't have 325 people working for that one game. So there's pre-production, there's production, there's the people that keep it going after the fact. So Arc Raiders has been in development since 2021. They delayed it to change it for what it is. So right now, the people that made the pre-production and worked on the actual game, they moved on.
Different game.
Right, they're on pre-production for the other game. They're working on the other game. Now they have people that are maintaining this game, Arc Raiders. Then they probably have a smaller team to keep the live service aspect going. So am I worried about it? No, I'm not worried about it yet. As of today, I think they're fine to work on pre-production of other games, and I don't know how far along they are, but it's more like a conveyor belt. It's not like
It's not like
everybody working
at the same time.
Yeah, it's a conveyor belt of, okay, we're at this section. So Arc Raiders is in the front of the conveyor belt. It's moving along the conveyor belt, and they're like, okay, these people fall off, and they go work on this one now. And it just keeps sliding along. So they have more product coming out. So in 2027, their next game that they're going to announce or whatever, here it comes, because it takes 4 to 6 years to make a video game, right? So I'm not worried. I'm not worried at all. Not because of Embark, just because I think they have a big enough crew. They have a big investment behind them. It seems like they know what they're doing. They kept the finals. They have the Arc Raiders, and then they have 2 other games coming out, which supposedly are all live service types of games. So
of course they are.
So no, I'm not worried. Are you worried, Sarge?
I wouldn't say I'm worried. I would be concerned if you think you can maintain that many live service games without having a problem.
They can always hire more people.
Once you get to a certain number, it's too big.
Well, no, what I'm saying is if they need people to maintain a certain game, they can always hire more people. If they do the right thing, they're making money so they can invest it back into the actual company.
I know, but once you get to a certain number of people, it's too many. It's too many.
Yeah.
They're bloated. I'm not saying Embark's bloated, but the industry itself, the studios that are working on games are bloated. It's too many people.
Well, what if the finals, because the finals has been out for, 3 years now? 4 years? Right? I think the finals.
What's the population of finals? What's their population?
I'm not sure. Let me look.
Well, they got 20,000. What's their steady number?
The final Steam chart. They had 200, basically about the all-time peak of what Arc Raiders is right now, and then they're averaging about 11,000 players. Right.
Okay.
So this has been around for 2 years. Okay, so 2 years. So now 2 years, and now they have Arc Raiders, right? So now they have these 2 games battling or keeping them afloat. So then 2 more years from now, their 3rd game comes out. Maybe they stop supporting the finals. The finals falls off. Arc Raiders continues on, right? And then if it's 2 years, if it's 4 years, if it's 6 years, whatever it is, yeah, I don't think I'm worried about it as of right now.
Well, you would have to see how many people are stopping playing the older game for the newer game. If you're losing people to your new title, you know what I mean?
Yeah, he says he has I think 345 employees as right now. 325, 345.
That seems like a good number. That's a mid-sized studio.
Next one says, with there appearing to be no Game of the Year contenders releasing before mid-November cutoff date, can you name the 6 nominations that will be asked again closer to the Game Awards? One, I still believe in Split Fiction. I think Split Fiction is going to be one of those games that's going to be up in the
nominated for something.
Contender for one of the 6. I think Split Fiction is going to I think Expedition 33, Claire Skirt 33 is going to be there. That's 2. I don't think New World, or not New World, Monster Hunter Worlds gets, or Monster Hunter Wilds gets in there. I don't think it gets in there.
And I think because of the diversity setting, I think the Ghost of Yote will be there.
I don't think Ghost of Yote makes it.
You don't think so?
No, I think Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 makes it. I think Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 makes it.
Yeah.
Maybe Death Stranding 2 makes it. I'm losing like what other games came out.
Well, because there was a lot this year.
There's a lot of games. I know we have a section. Hold on. Let me go to Discord real fast. What do we have? We got Games of the Year, Game of the Year contenders. Okay, so we have Expedition 33, Silk Song. There's another one that could be Silk Song. That could be one.
You think that'd be nominated for Game of the Year, or just nominated for something else? I think
it's nominated for other things. Game of the Year. Game of the Year. Yeah, I'm going what they have in the Game of the Year contenders. Donkey Kong Country is in the contention. Hades 2 is in contention. I don't know, man. I think Silk Song doesn't make it, and I think Split Fiction does. Because I think they have to have at least one or two indies in there. If they do, Expedition 33 is another indie game. So I think that takes a spot. It's got to, right? Expedition 33 has got to take a spot. Split Fiction might not, but I believe it will. Donkey Kong? Yeah, I think Donkey Kong takes a spot.
What's the criteria for Game of the Year, though? Do they have to make it? Does it have to have a certain score or Metacritic?
I mean, you would think the top scores of the year would be the top games of the year, right?
Yeah,
but it's voted by the people within the industry itself. So I don't know. Let me see what you guys are saying. Let's see here. Alternate says Silk Song. Krebsy says, here's my list. Claire Obscura, 33, Split Fiction, Ghost of Yote, Death Stranding 2, Hollow Knight, Silk Song, and Kingdom Come Deliverance. I agree with Expedition, Kingdom Come Deliverance, Split Fiction, Death Stranding. I don't know about Ghost of Yote.
Krebsy's probably close.
I think Ghost of Yote's out. I think Donkey Kong is in. I think a Nintendo game's got to be in there. You know what's going to happen. I don't agree with it, but a Donkey Kong or the Galaxies 2, whatever it came out, I think that gets there. One of the Nintendo games gets in there. I don't think Ghost of Yote gets in, but we'll see. All right, let me go to next question. We got, should Campaign Evolved have multiplayer? If it's looking to be the best version of Combat Evolve and the 2011 Anniversary Edition had multiplayer. I mean, I already answered this. It should be the full game. It should be the full game as it was when it came out 23 years ago.
Yep. Well, they have to give you a reason why I'm charging you full price for a 25-year-old game, right?
Yeah. Assassin's Creed Shadows definitely in there. No.
Come on, hero. Stop throwing hand grenades.
Krebsy says, have you seen the trailer for RV there yet? Could be a good game with Sarge. That'd be anger management issues all over. Have you seen this, Sarge? Have RV there yet?
I'll look at it after the show.
It's a 4-player co-op game, and you have to get the RV to the top of the mountain. And you have to, one person drives, and the other people have to coach them to get over, you have to put boards and stuff across the mountain gaps and stuff like that. It would be very fun if we had 4 people, but with Sarge, we would never play it again. He would play it one time, and he would get angry and be like, I'm done.
Do you know how many aggravating games I've played over the years, bro?
Yeah. That's why I'm saying you wouldn't play it again. Next question. Do you think we get a side scroller with Japanese plumber and says Banzai? Sure, why not? Yeah, wouldn't that be funny? Nintendo's like, I'm suing.
Nintendo sues for everything, bro. For everything.
Altered says, can we agree that Vince Zampella was able to save Battlefield? No.
Well,
I like Vince Zampella.
Vince Zampella was able to construct a Call of Duty game inside of Battlefield. That's his win. That's his win right there. Because
I like Vince Zampella.
Because even people in chat, I think it was either today or yesterday, were talking about how the store inside Battlefield is exactly like the store for Call of Duty.
Yeah, but I don't think he was at Call of Duty when they added the stores and stuff like that. I think he left the company before then. But regardless, say what you want, Battlefield 6 is successful. It sold,
It sold its number.
Right. It sold the 5 to 6 million copies that it needed to sell.
I heard it was 8. Am I wrong?
Is it 8?
Million?
Yeah, whatever it is.
I heard it.
It sold what it was supposed to. I think 8 comes from what we said. Because I said 8 to 12. Krebsy said 8 to 12.
I'll look it up later. I want to make sure. I think they. Once again, they're not going to tell you the numbers.
It's not official.
If they don't tell you the numbers, then they might not have hit those numbers.
I think it was 7 million. It was 7 million, wasn't it? Yeah. Battlefield 6 had 7 million. I'll look it up right now. Battlefield 6 total sales. Over 7 million copies in the first 3 days. According to Electronic Arts, IGN analyst report estimated over 6.5 million units were sold in the first few days, generating over 350 million in revenue. Yeah. So they hit the number I think they were going for. I don't think at the end of the day it beats a Battlefield 3 or 4. I think it's up there. It'll have like
the big question is going to be
12 to 15 million total.
The big question is going to be player count after the release of COD.
it's gonna get hit hard. We'll see this weekend. Now that Arc Raiders is out, we'll see how many people, because Arc Raiders' numbers going up, Battlefield's numbers going down, and that's with the Battle Royale included into that.
And we're going to see what happens when COD comes out.
Credit says, you think that we see Obsidian close next year after releasing 3 games this year? 2 of the 3 games didn't get good stream numbers, and Microsoft wants them high margin games and reduce costs. Well, it's funny you bring that up. We didn't have time to bring this up, but right now, Outer Worlds 2 is hitting an 83, right? Hitting an 83, 81, and 81 on the respective platforms on Metacritic, okay? But on Steam, that's not very good. I mean, that's 13,000. That's it. All-time peak is 13,000. Maybe people pick this up on sale afterwards. I mean, there was an uptick right here. But
Outer Worlds 2 is not doing well, bro.
But people like it. People are saying it's a good game.
Great. I'm glad you like it.
I wonder what did Outer Worlds 1 get? Here, Outer Worlds. I mean, it's around the same. I mean, it got 20,000, and this has got 13, so this is doing worse, but that's also all the years ago, and all the numbers tick up for sales and whatnot. So I don't know if it's doing terrible. I mean, it seems like it's doing the exact same as it did last time.
Yeah, but this time they're not by themselves. This time they're a part of, or were they part of Xbox when they released the first game, or were they on their own?
I believe they were. I think it was they just switched over. I mean, look, from the start, and then boom, and then just panned off. I mean, it's a single player game. I don't think it's that. I think a lot of people are giving this more shit than it needs to be. I think it's exactly what it is on par with budget.
The game, you finished it and you moved on.
Yeah, you move on.
Right.
So I don't know. Do I see them closing? I don't see them closing. I think they're doing what they're supposed to do. Put games on Game Pass. Right? Avowed on Game Pass. Right? Outer Worlds 2 on Game Pass and Grounded 2 on Game Pass, and Grounded 2 is doing pretty damn good. So I don't think they closed, but again, who knows, right? Tango Gameworks closed when they made Hi-Fi Rush, and that had pretty good player base for what it was. I don't know. I guess we'll find out. I think they don't close next year. That's my guess.
I think Obsidian has to be allowed to make one more game before they decide they let them go.
Do they give them a different game? Do they give Obsidian the next game they're working on? Do they give Fallout New Vegas 2?
We're not going to see a Fallout game, dude.
Maybe Obsidian makes the next Fallout game.
We're not going to see another Fallout game there. Not for a while. Honestly.
Altern says, did Amazon fire the guy that gave maintenance to the Prime Video servers? Ever since they fired the people from Prime Video, has been lagging more in my country. Maybe.
Possible.
I haven't watched Amazon this yet. This weekend we're going to watch something. I hope it doesn't do that. Maybe.
You might be
the one guy that was manning the servers. They fired him.
Don't laugh. There's people like that. Who know how to optimize everything. You know what I mean?
Yep. Well, I think that's the last question. That is the last question. All right. Episode 463 is in the can. We do appreciate you very much for coming out, hanging out with us each and every single week. If you like it, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. If you'd like to go above and beyond that, become a member as little as $5. Last week, Sarge, we actually got over 500 views on the podcast, which is well above average of what we usually get. We usually get about 300, 340, and we got over 500 last episode. So something your moneymaker is the face.
Somebody must have not been playing that month or that week.
Because we get about
we steal
300 and something or whatever it is. So whatever happened last week, I hope we did it again this week. All right, chat. That'll do it for us this week in Generation X Gaming. Weekly podcast goes over a few of the top stories from the past week, and we rant along the way. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. You can always check out the past broadcasts right here over on 30NSG. You could also watch us over on Spotify Always check us out, past broadcasts as well, for our morning show that we do, I do, the Daily Grind over on 30 NSG. You could also watch the gameplay over on 30 and Still Gaming. You can listen to our music over at links are in the description down below on Spotify, Pandora, iHeart, iTunes, Apple Music, anywhere music is heard. Other than that, I appreciate you very much, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks for watching. Peace.
Game on, guys.
Retro meets the now and here. Gaming tales you need to hear. Laugh and shout and sometimes sneer. Memories from all those years. Console wars and secret tips. Tips and tricks from pixel trips. News that pours from gaming sips. Critical minds